Alrighty then, gamers. My gamers. It's another Sunday, so Bounty Hunters time. FT7 matches coming your way. Guilty Gear Strive is the name of the game. My name is kyuukei, and with me tonight, once again, Lerkuss on the microphone.
Hello.
Hello. Alright, let's see, what can we expect for this week?
So, I mean, coming out right at the start, we got a good friend of mine, Xandere. So, you know, there will be a little bit of commentator bias because this is someone who trashes me on the regular.
As is a very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I just smacked my microphone arm, putting away the fight stick.
Damn, you're so excited to see Xandere to play. But yeah, bias is the name of the game here.
We don't actually have, you know, for as well represented as RAM is, we don't actually get RAM players that often in Bounty Hunters. We've had some representation recently, but not you know, it's surprisingly uncommon. So I'm excited to see, you know, I know Xandere can bring in the heat, so I'm excited to see some powerful big sword gameplay coming.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned that, the sort of Bounty Hunters meta is a little different from European top meta. We don't have a lot of RAM players, we don't have a lot of Happy Chaos players signing up very often.
It's such a shame that Medusa was unfortunately unable to join us, because it would have been, you know, nice to have a showing from a Happy Chaos player who's actually been putting in a lot of work and definitely, you know, trying to show that top 1 power.
Yeah, originally Medusa was supposed to play versus Addiction, but unfortunately couldn't show up, so on a quick, fast switch arena, we had AgguBaggu replace that, so hopefully we're gonna see Milia versus Baiken later tonight. Had other Baikens step in as well. Against ACIDG, we had initially Tony, that guy, joining from the Fast Army. Couldn't make it. We've got another Baiken here, NKellyy. Aggu and NKellyy, basically the go-to Bounty Hunter certified Baiken players at this point, I would say.
Yeah, some of they're definitely always here, kind of week to week, and putting out good showings. You know, especially Aggu is quite notoriously, you know, a powerful player that comes in, puts in, shows in all the good work on Baiken.
Yeah, and basically the results speak for themselves. I can't remember a time when Aggu lost. I think he lost only one matchup on Baiken, which was like his first Baiken match when Baiken came out. But I mean, like week 1 doesn't count, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's it definitely weighs less. But even then, I do remember watching that, and it was still quite the showing from Aggu. I think from the start we showed, you know, an incredible amount of promise with the character in sort of being able to, I mean, you know, being able to show how well developed they found the character to be from the start.
For on other news, for the old heads, it's kind of interesting to see Exil join the combat. Exil has been, especially for North European Exerd community, was back in the day a content creator who hosted a lot of streams, a lot of lobbies. And now I think for the first time I see them play Strive against DavidBOSS today. So that's going to be interesting to see how they translate their ability to play Exert to Strive.
Yeah, and you know, I'm always down to see some Eno action. Eno is kind of criminally underrepresented in Bounty Hunters, and you know, I love watching the Witch play. It's one of my favorite things about this game, and yeah.
You know, we had a conversation in the Finnish fighting game Discord about like certain regions and their appreciations for certain characters. They do like think that Ino is very much stronger in the Asian side of things, where you have like Daru and what have you wrecking things up, and not necessarily like the top dogs of the community playing Ino in, you know, Europe or maybe NA.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously have people like Diaphone who represent the character in the Western scene, but Daru is kind of the big name for Ino, the Ino sensei that everyone likes talking about. Every Ino player has to do their daily prayers to Daru to kind of make sure that your setups will be true and not fuzzyable. And it is quite amazing. You know, I mean, Daru is streaming right now, and I can assure you that I could go onto that stream right now and see some new setup that I wasn't aware of yet.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's
the creativity shown on the character is incredible. And it's, you know, part of why I really enjoy, you know, personally is kind of the ability to express that creativity. What else? Who else do we have around? We have later on Radune versus KS, which is bound to be a fun matchup.
Yeah, surprised that matchup hasn't turned up yet, considering Radune and KS both sign up for like almost every week. But here it is finally. These two gentlemen, roughly, I guess, around same-ish skill level, and finally get to see which one it is who's gonna take it. I think it's been like half a year since Radune played against Goldluis on screen.
That's gonna be fun, because, you know, Radune has the very aggressive, the notoriously aggressive Leo gameplay, which I'm curious to see how the unstoppable force meets against the immovable object. So,
right.
The Secretary of Absolute Defense.
And then
Radune saying they're gonna have to be careful. I don't know how true that is.
I mean, how careful can you be when you have no fear, when you have the wildness in your heart?
How careful can you be when you're in back turn?
Right.
So we're just waiting for. Oh, I was about to say, we're waiting for Xandere to get into the room, who has just joined, though unfortunately has been having some connection problems. Hopefully, he's been able to take care of them and stepping up to the podium.
And then, of course,
let's see.
The big banger, so to speak, for today is going to be JuxtAPoser Faust versus SnailTiger. It was kind of cute when I announced this matchup, or these matchups. SnailTiger said that, ooh, I get to play against my favorite streamer, which, you know, is very honestly, JuxtAPoser is such a nice guy and such a powerful Faust player as well. Not only should you be watching their stream, I wouldn't be surprised if they're streaming right now, but also, not to take anything away from SnailTiger or SnailTiger being sort of humbly, these are both, I feel like, very top dogs in the European community.
And the really interesting thing, and I just went to double check to make sure I wasn't wrong, is that we had the Faust Kai matchup. Two other players with Urag, you know, one of my local Faust players, versus a Javichu from Spain, which, you know, played interestingly. I think it's a very interesting matchup because of the way, you know, they're two kind of neutral heavy. Faust, even though it's a bit unconventional in the way that he controls neutral, still is trying to play a spaced game versus Kai, the sort of Shoto of Guilty Gear. That I'm interested to see how differently it will be when you have two completely different players that play the same matchup. But now we're actually gonna head into the, you know, Xandere versus Tintan, which I think this is probably a rough matchup for Millia, but that being said, kind of most matchups are kind of uphill for Millia, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, and on the other hand, a lot of matchups are not super rough for Ram, who does have tools for a lot of jobs and, you know, explosive firepower. And I feel like Ram especially has access to certain points of the screen where Milia sort of would usually like to hang around, where a lot of characters couldn't reach her. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking Ram has a little bit more extra firepower against Milia than some other ones.
I do know that Xander has kind of knowledge in the matchup. You know, we have a friend who was a quite a long time Milia player. So, the raw Sabero.
Of course.
Closing out the round.
Because you have 50 meter, why not throw it out?
Yeah, obviously Tintan, quite a high level on Milia. I'm not familiar with them personally, but, you know, they've definitely played the game a very reasonable amount, so they have definitely will have played against some Rams in their time.
And checking...
But unfortunately, the IAD not going over the disc super.
Yeah, considering what Tintan just put on the screen that round, we're gonna see some good stuff. If Xandere lets themselves get knocked down, this might happen. Oh, the setup wasn't quite tight there.
Yeah, knowing when to contest, when the timings are off on Milia setups is the matchup knowledge you really need to kind of succeed. And we already saw Xander kind of recognizing an unsafe and 6P-able setup before.
Well, that was...
now...
That was actually great for Tintan this time. I think they might have remembered the situation from the first round, how Xandere wanted to use the big fly sweater RC. This time, Tintan positioning himself in a place where the fly sweater actually won't hit at all.
And on the sort of insider information that I have on this matchup, I know that Xandere is someone who has the tendency to, you know, if he has the 50 meter, he's gonna be looking to go for Sabero, making it safe with Roman canceling. He can do quite a lot of he can do quite a lot of setups out of it that are quite interesting, and he does try to play an unconventional Ram to catch off people if possible.
Oh,
did we have issues?
I think I dropped from the...
I'm also connected. We're both kind of stuck here. I think it is to do with the issues that Xander has been having with connection today. Yeah, I did get dropped. Hopefully we do get to see the whole matchup. Oh, Xander did actually get disconnected as well, so I think we're just gonna go from the start again.
But I guess that's...
Tintan's saying that the connection was fine, so I think it was just a case of the servers being kind of weird in terms of Xander actually being able to connect to them, which is something that I've experienced in the past. It's just being able to connect to the lobbies, and even if the individual matches and the connection to other players isn't bad, sometimes you just struggle with the lobby server.
Yeah, that was pretty much the most optimal place to disconnect if that's gonna happen.
Yeah. In the corner, you can't really get, you know, cross-up setups. So Xander played it safe, blocked high, but unfortunately still had the wall broken on him.
Ooh, nice interception. The jump PP.
Solid conversion, but there's the Mordovato, the best reversal super in the game, putting it in work, especially against Milia, who doesn't have a lot of health. That just does a lot of damage, but
completing the Reika sequence there.
Pickup.
Ooh, barely missing Dauro. No whiff punish though. And a big close slash starter. Into the corner you go, and we have a little crevice behind Tintan's backbat.
Oh, but now you're in the corner against Ramlethal.
That was honestly a brilliant burst, getting Tintan in the corner, and baits Tintan's burst as well. This is bad news.
The amount of patience that Xander shows waiting the burst is definitely really surprising. Now, unfortunately, having to hold it against Milia right now, going for the dive kick, Roman canceling, and that's just a kill.
I think Tintan was really worried about the massive amount of meter that Xandere had there on defense and wanted to pull it a little backwards, but that was when Xandere get the opportunity to get out of the corner. Now finding a bit hit.
Far slash.
Well, not too big, because like if you don't have meter in this screen position, you're not gonna get much more than like far slash 5 heavy. Oh, the reversal super baited. Here it starts.
That's the biggest issue is, you know, the reversal super is so good that it's very easy for people to then just assume that you're going to want to go for it, waiting for the very last second to burst, but now with one last chance, the S-Disc will, unfortunately, get the 6p recovery.
Yeah, that always takes, in my opinion, a lot of nerve to hold the burst for that long. You're kind of playing like a game of chicken there. Is the previous hit gonna kill you or not?
And now Tintin getting it set up off of the grab.
Speaking of bursts, attempt at a hard burst bait there for Tintin, but Xandere was not ready to bite that time. Oh my goodness. The air dive kick, especially after the last patch, has been a very interesting tool.
That's a really good close slash hit on Tintan's side.
SnailTiger the ball blocks. Oh my god, Xandere didn't choose to
just
spend
decides
meter.
to not spend the meter, but I think, yeah, that's just... Oh, does manage to get out, but yeah, crouching P.
I think because SnailTiger is so minus on block, you can't really afford to not cancel it usually. Kind of like you would maybe sometimes let, I guess, Stun Dipper.
Think, you know, knowing Xandere, I think what he's just trying to do there was just go for the, you think I'm going to RC it, so I'm gonna abuse the mental frame advantage I get. But Tintin just recognizing that they were being played, or well, there was an attempt at playing them.
Right.
Didn't bite. But I respect going for the unconventional play, you know. Sometimes you gotta play like a freak.
Oh, such a clean burst bait. And Tintin is actually coming back this round.
Now with another hard
the cross up! What a comeback! Had like basically 5p was gonna finish them, but still clutching the round there. Holy.
That was an insane play from Tintin. I think this is where the kind of Milia loyalty really shows, is in being able to navigate these rough matchups kind of, you know, elegantly is a word I'd use to describe it. Because, you know, you are, again, as I said at the start, playing kind of uphill. You have to win a lot of interactions. So kind of the creativity and the knowledge is what really shows through. Oh?
I guess same issue as last time, but probably shouldn't be too bad.
I think I've had such a problem of just the communication with the server to get a rematch just doesn't show up, and then you can't hit rematch.
I mean, that's much better than, you know, just going into the rematch and dropping commentators, right?
Yeah.
The hope is still alive that one day. No.
Copium.
no.
I do wonder how bad it might become once we get crossplay, though.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Crossplay lobbies might make this a bit rougher.
It's kind of like a lot of good and potentially a lot of dangerous stuff at the same time. But back to the match. Tintin.
Oh, gold burst.
Oh, that's gonna hurt on Milia. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You just have to You just have to take it. You know. Oh, but the sword explosion actually catching there. That's still quite a bit of damage, especially considering, you know, all of the scaling that combo had on it.
Basically same situation here as last time. Oh, baits it! Tintin against sick plays. Oh my god, this is gonna be another comeback. Cross up, one more. Xandere is not gonna have their burst back.
Oh, and the reversal
gets
cheated into the S-Disc. Oh,
the S-Disc, I think, whiff punished that far slash right. That's sick. Tintin, Milia god.
Yeah, that's such an impressive way to come back. 2 rounds in a row, just kind of keeping their cool. The TK bad moons, finding the hits, but unfortunately, you know, doesn't really convert into much.
Which side?
Both sides at the same time.
All of them sides. A good recognition, dashing fast out of the corner. If you stay there,
you really don't want to allow yourself to have the back to the corner against a Rambuthal.
And I guess that's one of the things that works out for these super fast characters. They can get a little bit of distance right away. There's the RC this time. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Dash canceling the Lerkuss.
I think, did Xandere just try to go for a grab and whiff? on crushing Millie. I'm really unsure what happened there.
I think Tintan was just completely ready, saw the dash cancel, and just reacted. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm similarly in, you know, kind of surprised it didn't end up being a tag.
Yeah, it's sometimes. Yeah, I guess in that sense, what you said, they could have potentially gone for it too early and just gotten a throw whiff. And with the momentum there, dashing forward or sliding forward and getting thrown in response, and Tintan going strong.
Yeah, Tintan's just kind of being relentless right now, already 4-0, and certainly making this not seem like a favorable matchup that it is for Ramafel, unfortunately. Now on the hard knockdown, very low health. Xandere just has to play the Oki game.
Yeah, luckily, as long as they're lying on the ground, it doesn't really matter who you're playing against. Sort of, kind of. In that sense, like those amazing 1-pixel comebacks are something that Millia can do, like maybe more easily than other characters, because it's very binary how you can, you know, interact with your opponents when you are being set played. You either, you know, get out of there or don't get to play at all.
But like, look at this risk now, and just a 5p. Unfortunately, doesn't even with a big risk, a max risk counter hit, didn't convert into much. But Xandere's just putting up a lot of pressure, but a double cross up now into a bit of a messed up setup. Unfortunately, that this just wasn't on Xandere, and now Tintan able to escape the corner, and the power slash just sticks around.
Xandere potentially, that's a big starter. Ooh, maybe couldn't bring it any further. Wow, just tacks them with the high sword.
Ooh, and the drift backwards into the far slash.
That might actually be a kill.
Disjoint on that.
Yeah. That was such a fast round. I mean, we've seen sort of kind of single-handed domination by Tintan, but here's the other side of the coin. Couple good reads, and you know,
the first good matches were Data. Oh, the gold burst. You see another Sabro into RC. It's one of Xandere's favorite things to do.
Honestly, what Millia player doesn't love that? Wow, I don't know if that was left or right, and neither did Xandere.
Oh, the third Rekka finding a hit.
Yeah,
I think Tintan expected Xandere to actually cancel out of the whiffed Rekka, but he just decided to rip it, go for the last hit, and see what happened.
And again, this is the matchup from Ram point of view. That was basically 2 combos and a touch. Ooh, 6p. Confirms into pretty decent damage and corner carry, and now... Wow, what can Tintan do? Burst coming back in a bit, but...
I think Xandere might have been expecting it to come back a bit earlier. Now the super double jumps to get out of the corner, followed by Capel.
The instant overhead. Here we go, Tintan's chance to bring it back.
Putting a lot of work on Tintan's side. And baiting the reversal super, but Xandere is keen on it and knows to hold out just a little bit and get it out. You were saying they're just on the chase now.
Another thing that Millia kind of hates is when you're facing an opponent who has a reversal that does just a shit ton of damage, such as the reversal super from Ram, or even like Soul, who has very damaging heavy DP up close. Yeah, those single reversals can end up doing very substantial damage on Millia's life bar.
Yeah, when you're the character with the second smallest health pool, and all of these grabs, but now the gold burst into the corner now. Oh, just throwing out the Motobato and canceling it. Keeps, unfortunately, getting grabbed. I think this is just unfortunate situations for Xandere. Maybe, perhaps, going for grabs a bit too early and attempting to grab Tintan still in block stun, and Tintan's able to just come back and get the grab back. I think that's what's happened. But it's kind of hard to tell, you know, this is a matchup that goes by a bit fast.
Ooh, nice 5 PP, converts into a combo, yeah. It's a good place to burst.
Unfortunately, unable to. Yeah, I think Xandere could have evaded that burst with a bit more foresight, but doesn't matter. You still get good follow through out of it. You have to respect the sword explosion, and now this is just a kill.
I think Ram Lethal, especially in the corner, is very famously difficult to burst. So any burst that you can get against her in that situation is gonna end up being super good.
Yeah.
Speaking of super good,
outside of just being point blank on you in the corner, you know, Ramlethal's swords disjoints make it super hard to kind of burst out of.
And you also get a lot of roots that just are very burst safe to begin with. Oh, the explosion from YRC! Xandere throwing every inch of resources to keep Tintan in the corner.
Xandere just needs any hit at this point that converts into something to kind of get a big combo, but Tintan also just needing one more interaction.
That was funky. That looked like the jump heavy was going into like a different direction, but still hit from the front. That was so ambiguous. It feels like even the game didn't know which side it was gonna be on. That's Milia for you.
Now Tintan 3-point lead, but Xandere is showing to gain a bit of momentum now. So I don't think he's necessarily out of it just yet, but we'll have to see.
It's gonna come down to finding those very, very important hits consistently enough.
I mean, these are two players that are definitely capable of adaptation to one another, so it's going to be kind of who towards the end of, you know, these up to 13 matches can get the most information on the opponent and adapt to it. And unfortunately, it's taking a bit long because of the problems Xandere is having with the server, but at the very least it's not getting in the way of us actually being able to see any games.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a momentum breaker, sort of like a meta thing. If your sort of zone gets broken, players do tend to play differently when they get a couple of moments to breathe.
Yeah, it's just about seeing who ends up being favored in this situation.
As long as
who takes the mental reset the best.
Yeah, as long as like Xandere doesn't blame themselves for the connection or anything, that would be the absolute worst case scenario.
Yeah. the only one we can blame is the Strive servers themselves.
Yeah, technology is what it is. It is completely removed from the player side of things.
Mm-hmm. And it's just good. I mean, I don't. Do you know where Tintan is from?
I do not. I think they didn't specify in the sign-up sheet. So, secret country from Europe.
Yeah, I was just wondering because, you know, even just the fact that we're able to play online as consistently as we are with good rollback netcode is, you know, a blessing. Even though it does come with some quirks.
Alright, we got the wall break here.
No sword Saburo still does a very respectable amount of damage.
Interesting, the Rekka didn't combo between the first and the second hit. Maybe delaying too much? Now Xandere.
I think it is, you know, a willful delay. Some ramp players will opt to go for stuff like that to kind of create mix opportunities and, you know, their own frame traps.
Yeah, and it's kind of about that. If you're already mentally committed to maybe catching some other timing, then you suddenly notice, oh, I scored a hit. Well, damn, it do be like that with the manual.
Yeah, it's
timing.
an extremely lenient timing on going between, you know, Rekka 1, 2, 3. So a lot of RAM players actually use it to their advantage to make kind of varied pressure scenarios.
/ anti-airing there.
Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of such a thing many a time. But jumping wires, he actually throwing Xandere into the corner.
Ooh, nice escape there.
For the high sword, actually just barely hitting Tintan, but Tintan still getting a good close / anti-air hit into the grab.
Try to hard bait the burst there. There's the burst now. Xandere got a pretty decent value out of it, but again, that neutral position where they gotta guess, is it left or is it right? It's not just, you know, during the disc oki where you have to guess. In situations like this, you have to make a conscious choice. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna try to sort of run out of there? Are you gonna jump upwards, straight up, get the air throw, air to air? Are you gonna commit to 6p, your best hitbox to try to guess which side? You have a lot of options there, but you know.
Yeah. And the Saburo RC, you know, Saburo hits quite far forward and a reasonable amount up, but you know, Millia is so far high up in the air that it does make it difficult for Xandere to punish, even if he RCs out of his Saburo. And punishing the descent, that is.
Ooh, not taking the RC here. But even if they don't, this position, yeah, look at Xandere has so much meter. I think it's safe to say if you get put in that situation without any meter or burst of your own, you're probably out against Ram.
Yeah, that is the unfortunate reality. But look at that fast cancel from Reiko 1 to 2. Ooh, the close slash anti-air. That's going to be so much damage. That just kills? I shouldn't be surprised because it's Ramlethal, but...
And Millia.
Goddamn.
Sometimes you just sort of your primitive fighting game instincts tell you shouldn't get that much damage in a game, right? But Guilty Gear really hits different.
But then you're playing against Ram.
And it's not like this isn't a lot of damage either. That was like third of Xandere's life.
Ooh, the command dash behind after YRC.
Oh, that was kind of cute there, not having to sort of block left or right.
And there's the burst bait.
Looking so far so good for Xandere. Evening the life situation.
Damage. Yeah.
Whoa, the force touch gets there every time! That was actually sick. If they block that, they're probably not gonna wake out of that stun. And 6p to the right direction. Xandere not giving up at all.
It's about waking up. There's still, you know, hope left. It's not even set point yet. Round-wise, that is. Xandere can still definitely go for things. I think this is Tintan going under the / startup.
Alright, but
that said, now Xandere has kind of a chance to keep himself in this set for a little bit longer.
It's gonna be really a test of willpower, test of guts.
Oh, but that close slash goes so far high up.
A little bit of a burst bait there at the end. And the more hits that Xandere takes, the harder it's gonna be to burst.
The unfortunate throwing the wrong sword out.
Trying to get some space to play. Where's the decisive hit gonna come from? My god,
Going for that backwards jumping slash.
Potentially one big hit away from getting eliminated here, Xandere. And the jumps heavy into Bad Moon. The multiple overheads do the job for Tintan. Man, that was a lot of good Millia stuff. But also, the fighting spirit from Xandere to pull it through. It looked very, very one-sided at the start, but...
Yeah, that was an insane adaptation going in that, you know, led to some really good momentum building up. Unfortunately, ended up not paying out into a comeback, but it was still... Xandere put on quite a fight, and you gotta applaud him for that.
Alright, jumping into the next one. Here come the Bikens. So NKellyy stepping up on short notice to replace Tony That Guy Faust. And they are going to be playing versus Potemkin player. Gonna be ACIDG from Spain. Yeah, we were sort of debating before the cast. How do we actually pronounce this long string of letters. Is it ACIDG? Is it ACIDG?
I think it is acid. I think that's what I remember them saying. Playing Potemkin, I thought I'd seen them playing Axel before, which is kind of the polar opposite of of Potemkin in a way.
Yeah, because
am I right?
a couple of events ago they did sign up with Axel. You are absolutely right. So I wonder if this is sort of a new acquisition.
Maybe they got that fabled hitbox that you can just slap and do Kara backward Mega Fist.
Actually, did some quick
You
research
see that
looking.
contraption? Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just asking if you saw that contraption. The automatic Kara hitbox that someone made and brought to E-Series. It's a bit of a meme thing, but it's very silly. The person can just slap their hand across the hitbox and do
that one.
Kara.
I actually saw it on Twitter.
Kara backward Mega Fist.
That's dirty. But I mean,
That definitely tournament, if you ask me.
is like you get a lot of nice functionality there, brother. But how do you play normally with that stick? You're gonna get lost in all those buttons. No?
I saw a video of the guy explaining how the thing works, and they seem very familiar with what each of the buttons is. I mean, I guess it's no different from just like playing an MMO, I guess.
Yeah, just having a lot of macro buttons for different tasks, huh?
I mean, those aren't even macros. They're just kind of, the regular inputs, but they're in such a way that if you slide your hand across it, you input them in the right order to do certain things.
Right. That's actually good conversation there. Is it then, are controllers like those bannable then? Because technically they're just buttons. There's no macros or anything like that involved. You just have a lot of buttons that do the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just kind of a bizarre gray area of no one's really tried to use them, so we can't necessarily make a big judgment.
But yeah, from one point to another, I did check a couple of links, and this is definitely not a new acquisition for ACIDG. I think this is like one of their most played characters, so maybe we're looking at a case where they're just, they just play multiple characters, and that's all.
Yeah, I mean, I've just not seen their Potemkin, so I'm excited to see this. How does, playing Axel then translate into playing Potemkin? Or the IBFD on the slide head. I don't know if that was accidental, but it was definitely impressive from NKelly's side, and already getting a nice conversion into the wall break.
Yeah, here we go with the mix-ups of Baiken when she gets in range, especially with that tether attached. It's gonna be instant overhead, it's gonna be cross-ups.
Into the grab, just opting to go for the OTG hit, and then just a jab will finish it off.
Yeah, that jump slash was definitely instant overhead. TK Yozan.
Well, misinputs are misinputs, Sometimes you just gotta hold them.
Yeah, even
Or
if they
they're
change...
opting to go for the gold burst. Blue burst?
Ooh, good on
Has
ACIDG for
NKellyy
standing up.
been playing Exil? Doing some attempted YRC shenanigans?
Oh, that was a ghetto cross-up. Putting themselves into the corner, that's dangerous. You're in there against Potemkin. And Kelly, get out of there! And on the way
And
out!
as you say that, but the grab, you're getting slammed into the floor.
It still surprises me how Yozenzen hits all over Baiken in this version. It's kind of cool button when you air dash over them and hit them on the way out.
Oh, the 6B.
Here we go! I think that's a sort of like a combo you will happily take to get out of Potemkin pressure. Even though it hurts quite a bit, it's much less painful than eating a Buster or even blocking a Garuda.
Yeah, I think the moment you're blocking Garudas, especially, you know, GC Garudas, you're messed up. I think you're just going into the next round, unless you can kind of guess right enough times.
That's sort of fucked up sort of thing when you're more scared of blocking a thing than getting hit by something. But that's the grim reality how guard crushes and Garuda works.
Yep. Especially when, you know, you can go out of it into stuff like, you know, the Pot Buster or the Heat Knuckle.
Yeah, there it is again. I think NKellyy very happy to take that hit on the way out, going back to neutral.
Ooh. Back grab, hitting Potemkin from downtown and then a Yozansen.
Interesting, was trying
Very
to
big hitbox.
sort of wake up with forward Mega Fist. Spend the meter, and again, standing up in time. And this is the sweet, sweet range that meaty 6k, when it hits like that from that distance, is gonna be quite plus.
But there you are, taking the Garudas. And NKellyy just holding on to the burst, just being patient, and ACIDG still respecting it, kind of expecting NKellyy to maybe want to go for it, but NKellyy ends up not needing it and just takes the round.
Round start 6k. I wonder what ACIDG was looking for there. Probably a backdash, but now NKellyy with the far range. Kabares.
Oh, and look at the range on Garuda.
Oh, that's so plus. Bounce into me. Mommy wants to mix. Oh, but who's mixing now? There we go, punish. Ooh, I wonder, does Baiken not get more out of that? 5B? Uh-oh.
Oh,
I think
no.
Costas might recover here, not quite. All right. And it's gonna go for NKellyy. It's...
Do you know if that super is throw involved? I wonder if that could have been an option there, just going for the pot buster on the wake up.
I'm pretty sure Sanzu is full invo. Oh my god, that was so ambiguous. Landing the Gyozan from behind. Luckily for ACIDG, not converting into a whole lot of damage again. Kinda lucky there, getting the second hit in before slide head goes through.
I'm surprised that you know, I shouldn't even open my mouth because I was about to say I'm surprised ACIDG isn't going for that many pot busters, but as I said that, one just came out.
The momentum! Oh! Shifting straight into the buster!
That is tragedy.
I forgot how many active frames Buster has in this game. I think it had 2 active frames or something in Exil, but it kind of looked like it was already active there.
Oh.
5 heavy into... Oh, that was very, very ambitious there, trying to bot Buster.
I think that was an attempt at Kara that perhaps didn't come out too well.
Oh, you're actually right. That might have been it.
So I feel like Akara would have hit at that range.
I guess a lot of those... Oh.
I respect what ACIDG was going for there, but...
Oh, man.
Not gonna let you cross me up this time.
Oh no, still got hit there, so not outside of the throw-in frames. And NKellyy has so much meter. The gun is gonna come out, right? Or not!
If they have a chance to use it. But no, the 6k just gets in.
Wow, kinda tragic not to be able to use all that
Zok
meter.
is with the knowledge, letting us know it's 1 active frame on Exil and 4 active frames in Stride for Potbuster. So that's quite a buff. No, look at this. Just take these Garudas, go into the corner, but thankfully NKellyy is just able to escape. But at such low health, it's dangerous.
That was actually smart. During those slowdown frames, you're not gonna have time for a lot of things, but parry being active on the first frame, that's definitely one option that you can use.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that doesn't stop you from getting busted right after.
Right, that's the thing in this matchup. Unique option against unique option. I mean, a lot of characters do have command grabs, but you know,
parry at 6 speed. Yeah, Potemkin's 6 speed is surprisingly really good. Has some very favorable hitbox or hurtbox in this case.
Yeah, I think a lot of characters who I'm not sure if it's universal, but I see a lot of characters RPSing those, you know, those cabaret situations with 6B afterwards. I think it comes down to how much you delay, right? And the back Mega Fist secures ACIDG another round. Couple of games to lead.
That's the danger of chasing a Potemkin in your pressure and allowing for gaps for inputs, is that they can just do back Mega Fist, and if you're kind of going after them, you're liable to just get hit or the grab on the land.
And the hitbox of that back Mega Fist in general is so good, and it kind of recovers fast. It's very hard to whiff punish, especially the back version. Decent damage here, even though it's on Potemkin.
Especially, I mean, Potemkin has the second most health, I think, you know? I think it's... You gotta just kind of take your wins when you can. On a 6-8.
Interesting. I think maybe...
Potbuster would have just killed, I think.
Yeah, maybe would have needed a Kara there, and... Considering they haven't hit a lot of Kara stuff so far, might not be something that ACIDG is super comfortable with right here. Oh, nice.
Maybe it's a case of ACIDG hasn't played Potemkin very recently much, and it's just maybe just a bit of a lack of confidence. Speaking of the Kara stuff, there it is. Look at his damage. You want to start your round on 10% health?
Oh,
there
just
you go.
outside of range there. Now NKellyy does still have a chance, but gotta play very, very careful. ACIDG building a lot of meter here. My god, that's actually gonna chew through. Has to also from now on barrier block everything.
There's the back Mega Fist once again, just closing out 2 games in a row.
I hate it. It goes airborne so fast as well, so it's hard to catch Potemkin on the way up.
I think one thing that we might see happening, this is my prediction based on what I'm seeing right now, is that NKellyy is doing a lot of air approach, a lot of, oh my god, that's so much damage. I'm always surprised by, I mean, I guess it's because of Viken having a relatively small health pool in this game, or in every game, question mark. But NKellyy keeps doing a lot of air approaches, trying to close in space on ACIDG to avoid stuff like the slide head, and I think we're just on a ticking time bomb until ACIDG just reacts with a heavenly Potemkin Buster.
Yeah, exactly. Approaches like that, and it's kind of ACIDG has been showing a lot of different approaches, different options for anti-airing.
The little handshake of whiff grabs.
Here we go. This time the throw option tether has been attached. Whoa, where are we going? That was interesting.
I think Viken, you know, here NKellyy might just be scared of being tethered to ACIDG when they don't have a guaranteed setup going on.
Yeah, you've seen the memes on Twitter. I'm not tethered to you, you're tethered to me. Regards Potemkin. And pulling NKellyy down, even if that up crab,
Heat Knuckle.
Heat Knuckle. Always forget the name. God here. Heat Knuckle, even though it's not unblockable anymore, it might as well be even more oppressive than in previous games, because it does pull you back with a lot of risk straight into the ground, into a Buster mix-up, depending on the range.
You're on the Garuda town.
Ow. Gets out. But for how long?
But these grabs on land from ACIDG have been just on point.
Right, the burst gives NKellyy the corner for just a while. ACIDG immediately finding the interruption. Yeah, NKellyy is putting a decent amount of good combos on the table, but you know, we need to hit it a little more consistently against ACIDG. That's a good combo though.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage, especially, and I think this kind of encapsulates the problem with the matchup, and just generally, you know, playing against Potemkin is, Potemkin only has to be right against you 2 or 3 times. Right. You have to be right against Potemkin, you know, upwards of 10 times in a round, and even if strive rounds are a bit slower, a bit faster rather than in a lot of other fighting games, it's still have these characters, you know, you have Potemkin, you have Nago, you have Ramufal that can just blow you out, and Kelly's just kind of feeling it right now.
Yeah,
they're not playing poorly, but situations like this, you're wrong once and you take so much damage.
Oh, you've been kind of caught. Oh my goodness! That's such a massive lead, NKellyy, but now ACIDG coming back and getting the road.
Another Mega Fist to close out a game.
Who would have thought? ACIDG was basically on 0 health, NKellyy was full health, and NKellyy was posturing for a completely defensive play there, and somehow ACIDG just able to make that comeback. Great air throw.
Grab, solid.
I wonder how much mental damage that is that previous round.
But NKellyy now is on the offensive, so you know, fingers crossed. They're respecting the backward Mega Fist right now, so it's just a case of playing it smart, punishing the whiff grab, not allowing themselves
using the
to
50 meter. Yeah.
Dude, this is the kind of stuff we need to see. You know? NKellyy has been playing quite solidly, but we just need these series of favorable situations that they make work out.
Yeah, right. It's very dangerous to play close range, point blank to Potemkin, but a lot of these characters.
Look at that cross up that uses in just right on the tip. If this was Smash Bros, that would have done so much damage. You know? Getting the tipper in. But look at that one bad move, and that's your health bar gone.
And just to land a couple of
Thankfully,
hits.
NKellyy, yeah, with the jumping slash into Yozan-sen, can actually break through the armor on Slide Head and Hammerfall.
Oh, that was actually optimal, not breaking the wall. But it's... I wonder if it was, because the second hit...
Oh no.
Oh.
Sure, the tragedy. NKellyy worked so hard for this round, and now it could just all end so fast, but...
There we go, well placed. Instant air dash. Alright, we're still alive.
That was a terrifying situation to be in.
I was saying how it is kind of dangerous, kind of scary to play close to Potemkin, but characters like Baiken, you really do gotta get in there to get your big damages on board, because Baiken is one of those characters that doesn't convert combos very comfortably unless you're in position to, you know, mix them up or land close range hits like this. You just gotta get there, maybe use meter, force them to take a mix up, and then play from there. Oh, is NKellyy gonna take this burst? Playing it very safe, ACIDG. Oh, misses the 5B, might have been trying to 6B. The gold burst baited, but not punished. Oh,
gold burst is, just raw gold burst is fairly difficult to punish.
There we go.
It is still fairly plus.
It's very cool to see NKellyy has been turning it up, has had much more success punishing that slide head, which is sort of one of the layer 1 reaction RPS things that you gotta be careful with. You kind of have to have on point against Potemkin.
The first 7 matches were just beta. Now NKellyy, do they have the download?
Auto-corrected with the Hammerfall. That's so dirty.
Ooh, whiff punishing with the gun super.
Ooh. OTG,
and
yes,
the OTG hit finishes it off. Getting a 3rd point onto the board. Definitely an uphill battle, but not one that is just lost out of the bat. NKellyy just needs to kind of win 4 more of these, unfortunately. But
yeah, we already got 2
not
in a row.
Impossible.
Yep.
Oh, the hurt box extension on that.
Wow!
You just got strived.
I've never seen that before. Thank you, Guilty Gear, for this hitchbox magic.
Oh, the jump dust, the butt slam.
Ooh, it kind of looked like TK Yozan. Here we go, speaking of the devil.
And look at all the risk buildup, made that combo still do so much damage, and now NKellyy gets a whole setup off of that. A whiffed burst, that's going to cost dearly. And a double KO to finish
funny.
it off.
I think that was, again, a missed TK Yozanzen, but because of that, the jump slash ended up whiffing against YRC, causing all sorts of shenanigans to happen.
When I said earlier that I wanted to see HBB, that's not necessarily what I was expecting to see, but you know, that's always an entertaining situation to be in. But definitely a double KO that plays in ACIDG's favor though, because now they just need one more round, whereas NKellyy is still on this uphill battle, but one that they keep fighting.
Oh, here's the game of chicken. Who's tethered to whom? Lost frames from the 6K.
ACIDG is just being really patient, gets the 6B on the follow-up. But look at this.
Oh, against the
this risk.
Wow, that was a smart choice there. A lot of times when you see your opponent drift RCing at you into a throw range, you would expect that the fastest potential option is coming. I think ACIDG throwed out a Buster to sort of counter it, but NKellyy was on the next layer already.
Now burst on this tethered, and yeah, NKellyy with the air approach will just get heat knuckled on to the next stage. Now ACIDG has positive bonus, and that's scary on Potemkin.
Yeah, you got a lot of
meter generation.
Because you always have that option. Wow! Oh, actually, wait, was that a combo?
I think that was.
I think it causes a lot of real there of that counter hit Garuda.
Oh, the back move is no.
Very decent hit. Get the wall break, and now NKellyy on the path to survive.
Meter. Yeah, it just has to keep on not losing. That's the important bit here. With all of this meter, this could go into a kill, I think.
Is that too far away?
Unfortunately, whiffs.
That's the downside of Sanzu. Does a lot of damage, but sometimes you're just too far. I guess that's why you have the gun. If you recognize the distance, again, yes! I love when that happens. Don't let them get away with a free slide head. Punish every single time, and NKellyy again with a great reaction.
And now ACIDG still one round away from winning the set, but NKellyy just has found their footing here and just is going for it. Ooh. Using the meter to get the corner position, actually going for the whole wall break.
Ooh, first time we see this super. Oh,
and unfortunately the slight extension on jumping slash will hit the Gigantor.
Good read on ACIDG once again. This will break the ball forcefully, but now back to neutral. NKellyy has more meter here. However, oh, there it all goes. And now ACIDG has the positive bonus. Wow, what a brave dash. Attach the rope. What's it gonna be? And fires the hit! Yo, NKellyy is making a comeback. How many is that? Is that 4 in a row now, or 3?
That's just been 4 in a row now, yeah.
Wow. What
Not
happened?
letting themselves be down by the fact that they're in match point. Their opponent is in match point, rather.
Whatever NKellyy was able to uncover there, I am digging it.
I think it's just NKellyy is playing a lot more patient. You can tell in the way they've just been kind of hanging back outside of the ranges where Potemkin is effective and playing the whiff punish game, you know, capitalizing on all of the moments where ACIDG is kind of overextending when they should.
Yeah, you're actually right, because you were talking about the air approaches earlier, and now I feel like NKellyy is kind of has been mostly in a position where you should probably be in a Potemkin at neutral. And it has been working out, but again, now, this difficult situation, back against the corner, on a verge
once again, one round away from losing, NKellyy having to continue playing for their life here. Unfortunate counter hit.
Oh, yeah, there's not a whole lot of stuff you can do. They saw Mega Fist already going active, and you're probably not gonna challenge that. Has to burst here, yeah.
Yeah, that was death if it kept going.
Oh, the cover does not reach. Oh, that's dangerous. The throw break gets a punish.
Okay.
This is certainly a start.
Punish.
It's not close enough to get a punish even though. Whoa, just busters! And that's gonna be NKelly's life!
And that just ended like that. That was almost anticlimactic. Just all of a sudden, there's a Potemkin buster that hits, and you get a little climb into the heavens, just knowing that it's over.
But
still, NKellyy, that was an insane attempted run back. You know, being 6-1 and still winning 4 in a row after that. The kind of mental fortitude they showed was incredible, and we just have to appreciate that. And it seems like our at least one of our next players is just ready on the match right now. Exil is here with us, and now we're just missing DavidBOSS.
The boss. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's sort of a what do you call it, a word game here from DavidBOSS, or maybe it's supposed to be pronounced as boss. Maybe this is a prompt for us dumb commentators. Yo, get that pronunciation right. I am the boss.
DavidBOSS.
Bzz.
DavidBOSS.
No, he's the boss. And we're gonna see if that is true or not. So
hey, I don't know. Tony is complaining about where are all the Portuguese people? I mean, like, did you sign up? Real question. But no. We were supposed to have Medusa, right? And then unfortunately it didn't work out.
I think we had like two Portuguese players, or actually no. It was the other guy was Tony, that guy, two players who had to sort of cancel. But we potentially had some on the menu. However,
I did want to see Medusa. Medusa would be, you know, as our local Happy Chaos player, the butt of all the jokes about top tiers right now on the Portuguese Discord. But right now we have Exil. Oh my god, what a start!
I think that's sort of a signal what kind of set this is going to be. Now this is...
Man, that's an immediate gold first.
Wow, I wonder if Exil is ready for that. Speaking of Exil, a very old school player back from the Exert days, now here to play Strive. See how it's gonna go. Ooh, that was a gap there.
Again, we've seen this matchup before with Vulcan Age Eno playing against Envy, I think it was. And that was a very rough matchup. This is absolutely, I mean, barring Happy Chaos, it is just Eno's worst matchup, and you can kind of see why already. You know, a lot of Soul's options just beat out Eno's buttons very naturally, and Soul has that combo conversion ability of being able to go for anything off of anything. Solid 6B on the air approach, and now jumping slash.
Yeah, like you said, that's sort of a story for all of Soul's buttons. They just interact very well and convert very well. Like how many characters can...
When you're such a frail character, and there it is, just immediately.
Like how many characters can get a relevant combo from point blank when they're trying to jab Eno out of those float dashes? Yeah. Soul can just get...
another gold burst at the start! Oh my god.
And now the risk-reward game is completely skewed if it wasn't already without meter, but Soul with 100. However, the 100 is gone, and Exil actually came out of that. The health leader. Nice, the backdash, avoiding BB, and now we go. All committed to the dash reset into DP.
There's the Volcanic Viper, just ice keep neutral button. There it is.
Wall stick.
This just kills.
No OTG. No? The second hit misses as well.
And the 3-frame nightmare. 5k is such a strong button in this. I mean, it's a strong button in general, but in this matchup, it stops so many of Eno's options, contests her frame traps really well, and you can convert off of it into massively damaging combos. Definitely one of the problem buttons in a matchup.
Yeah, you really sort of... Being a former Soul player, I was like, yeah, 5k is kinda okay, but now playing a character whose, you know, best reward is something like 5p, 5p, 6p, it's like, wow, I really wish I had that 5k, huh?
Ah, well. You really didn't realize your privilege.
Right? It really teaches you a little bit of perspective.
Oh, a solid bait on the gold burst. And slow and steady, Exil takes the round, which is just kind of shows how you have to play this matchup. You just have to kind of not necessarily, you know, how what's the oh no?
Wait, was that
clash?
DP clash into Vortex? Did I see that right? DavidBOSS definitely feeling all kinds of ways here. Ah. All right, another Fafnir. Exil
Xandere would have definitely killed here.
But still
And
gets
the
it.
6S frame trap gets the end.
Yeah, looking at the groove of DavidBOSS so far, I think Exil's mission here is to sort of try to play options that are safe enough so that they can, you know, bait the DPs, bait the wild options, and then, you know, just gotta grasp those big punishes.
Yeah, the name of the game in this matchup is to just kind of be as respectable as you can of Soul without simultaneously kind of knowing when you have to be, you know, a bit cheeky.
Yeah,
I think that was just a missed input on the super there because, you know, you typically don't want to break the wall with just jumping slash. I think Exil was just trying to go for the Fortissimo, which is input with slash. Maybe trying to do the old input coming from Exil.
You can't really afford to be too, you know, respectful on Ino. I feel like Ino is one of those characters that have to be greedy by design because of, you know, how her pressure works. Sometimes you just gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Definitely, you know, is the kind of disrespectful character as a whole. But against Soul, you know,
Nice.
Soul is the privileged character who doesn't need to like pay attention to any of your buttons, and so wild
into the
throw.
right direction. Rare. Ah, okay. Gets the trade still. That was rare footage where wild throw actually doesn't take you out of the corner, but puts you into the corner. That was hella optimal. However, still Exil takes their first point. Ouch. Gets the link. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, the Soul 6S is such a massively good round start in this matchup, and now that 2D really good on Soul's part.
Wow. DavidBOSS choosing the frame trap with a DP, saying no, you're not gonna press a button even though you maybe could. Wow,
Oh,
my
and look
goodness.
at the DP once again. This is what I mean, you know you have to play this respectfully typically, but against Soul, you just have to respect that it is a character with better buttons than you. And that's the biggest issue on the matchup.
I feel like Soul is a very, you know, good poster boy for the kind of game that Strive is. Oh, there we go. Finally gets a safe jump set up.
Unfortunately, the side switch on the safe jump doesn't provide the best punish because, you know, that can be incredibly devastating for a Soul player, getting your DP baited like that. But it is just oh no, that's going to be a lot of damage.
Yeah, there's a lot of risk. Even if DavidBOSS didn't finish that combo, that was almost all of Exil's life. However, a lot of meter here. Who jumps the 6 heavy? Oh no, Exil has been trying to whiff punish it. The reversal super does the job though.
Sometimes that's all you need. But no, oh, I had something to say. Yeah, no, just the unfortunate nature of, you know, DPs in general in fighting games, but especially in Strive, it's kind of egregious that even if you block them, sometimes you just get crossed up by the DP and you can't get a proper punish in because you're not expecting your opponent to land on the other side.
Oh, nice frame trap. Into very decent damage as well. One more, Exil. Oh, this is not gonna go good for Exil.
Oh, look at that damage. The
Knockdown.
tragedy.
Again. Luckily that time. Whoa, what's going on? The plus frames though. That worked out so well. How did DavidBOSS end up crossing up there?
Just fighting game moments.
Guilty Gear, my beloved. Guilty Gear has hitboxes. I love that. I've actually been experimenting that with myself, like potential ways to deal with BB. Actually backdashing out of it and then whiff punishing on the way down, and that has been Exil's go-to plan so far. And I think that's gonna be an an important whiff punish to hit as well, because DavidBOSS has been doing that BB a lot.
Or the RC will just get a punish on the stroke. And now, oh, what was that cross-up?
The reversal super is good once again.
Unfortunately, the BB will hit.
Oh no! Throw is not there in time. The safe jump setup, yes, indeed. It just feels like Exil is slowly revving up. Getting the timings right, getting the punishes right. Yeah, look at that. Backdash, whiff punish, into 1-4.
Just a safe jump. Yeah. And that's kind of just what you need. You just need to take these interactions as Eno. Against Soul especially. And the good thing is, you know, Eno has all of these safe jump setups. You can really keep momentum going. And that's kind of the name of the game here. And we're seeing it kind of live happening right now. Exil is just getting momentum going, and that's kind of the most important part, because if you let yourself be oppressed like Exil was having happen at the start of the set, you're not gonna go anywhere, unfortunately.
But now Exil in the lead has been... I think Exil has found the sort of good rhythm for when they should be respecting, when they should be not respecting. Gold burst coming
Speaking
out.
of another gold burst, this is just some bandit behavior.
I think that was a safe jump, right? Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Kind of anything Eno does, if you see an Eno coming at you with some jumping slash, jumping heavy, even jump dust to time things right, you can be very confident that it's a safe jump setup.
Yeah, probably. Unless she's going like empty command grab. Oh yeah, very patient there.
Rare footage of the cross-up from a DP actually working in Eno's favor.
Ooh, barely gets there in time with 2S against Soul 6 Heavy. That has been hitting very hard round start so far. Dodge the BB. Not close enough to punish that time.
The biggest difference I've seen in Exil's play from the first two matches that they lost versus now that they've gotten the momentum is that they've stopped going, oh yeah, you dared to throw a projectile full screen and gonna get vortexed.
That's so dirty when Vortex goes, not only goes under, but then ends up like anti-airing as well.
Why play neutral when you can just Grand Viper? But no, I was about to say, you know, at the very start, when Exil was getting those initial knockdowns, they were going very much for the note plays, and you can see now Exil is just opting to go for the safe jump setups, because those just help you contain momentum a lot more in this matchup. If you mess up your timing once on a note, it's really devastating to get hit by something like a vortex or a DP. Whereas, oh no!
I think Exil might have been trying to. I wonder what kind of options you have here. Maybe a super, maybe go under with Stroke the Big Tree?
I think in response to the second hit, you could have done the kind of reversal super, since it does do the first hit of invulnerability, and that could go through the second hit of Tyrant Brave. But that's kind of that's a really like advanced. I would think it's just really advanced like punish game. That's very dangerous. You see this? Look at this kind of punishes that you can get.
Ooh, and recognizing that was gonna be enough.
Yeah, I mean, and this is kind of what I mean. When you go for the safe jump setups, Eno's safe jumps, especially with new setups that once again Daru has found, they just kind of time themselves. You can just go for them very simply, and if you have them consistently, it's a lot better for your kind of overall momentum in the game plan. Unfortunately, the stroke not getting the proper burst bait.
It might have been too close to the corner, not able to sort of slide away freely.
Oh, and now this is going to get baited, but unfortunately David steps forward a bit too much.
Yeah, the 6S just doesn't hit high enough to punish. Break into not quite the kill.
Ooh. The Exil can still take it here. You know, David has very low health. In fact, if David just keeps trying to do gun flames, I was about to say Chemical Love is the perfect punish against a long-range gun flame.
Both players sort of trying to contest who gets the 50 meter first, but then nobody gets to use it. I think DavidBOSS might have committed to the Vortex RC, but good interception there from Exil, not letting DavidBOSS get there with that RC.
Oh? We're having a drop?
Little bit of a breather? Question mark?
Mental set. Oh, DavidBOSS having some issues.
Adjusting the color, changing song, tying your shoelaces. There's a lot of things that...
The sun was in my eyes, my little brother was playing, plus my monitor was turned off, my controller wasn't even plugged in, plus ratio. Let's go.
I mean, that's very common. I have that problem as well, that sometimes I just notice that I've been playing my monitor closed, but it does help quite a lot when you turn it back on. It's usually what professionals recommend.
A bird flew by, dog ate my controller that wasn't even plugged in, and I drop-kicked my monitor that wasn't even turned on.
might have needed to just take a toilet break as well, or... I mean, there's a countless of different things. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I guess
mean,
it was
DavidBOSS did say they were restarting.
Right. But really, really interesting match so far. Very wild start from DavidBOSS. Exil's sort of adjustment. Exil has been, I guess, for the past like 3 games, have had the sort of superior groove, but DavidBOSS still getting 1 point in there in the between, saying, you know, this is not 100% your momentum. We're still fighting for the matches, still head to head.
Oh, Xandere with the sub.
Ooh, howdy.
Sub.
New. I guess it's not. Out of a habit, I was about to say IK Club, but you know, instant kills are the thing of yesteryears, and now we're, I guess, Bounty Hunters Club. But welcome to the club, gamer, gamer.
I mean, you say that, but kind of half of this game is instant kills when you think about it.
Right.
They're just fat combos. The cutscene is the combo.
Yeah, that's kind of how it feels like with Strive sometimes, but...
You get hit by one May 5H and suddenly you're watching the cutscene. You might not be getting loaded into the cannon, but boy, are you getting shot.
But at the same time, it's weird, because if you consider like the amount of firepower a lot of characters have in this game, Strive particularly, and then you compare it to the old games. I mean, old games had a lot of damage as well. So I wonder why we emphasize the Strive damage so much. What is it about Strive damage exactly? Because I find myself going into that notion as well from time to time.
I mean, it there's definitely... Oh? Did we just drop? Oh no.
Technical issues. Please stand by.
Strive moment.
Yes.
I think it's just like... The way I describe it is that the damage per hit is quite high, you know, especially when you look at stuff like a clean hit Volcanic Viper from Soul, you know, that shit hurted.
Right.
And, you know, in enemy fighting games, it's not like it's uncommon for, you know, 2 touches to be all it takes for kills to happen, but, you know, I think there's just a notion of how hard you're working to get these touches and to get these combos going is the distinction that people try to make with Strive. Something like Exil or Plusar. I was actually playing Plusar yesterday, and I mean, you know, you get a good loop with Testament, and that's at least 50% of your life gone, maybe even more if I don't drop stuff, but the amount of execution is perceived to be better. And maybe it is. It's
right,
you
maybe,
know.
maybe it's just, you know, the consistency with which you can go into those touch of death like combos. It just a little more consistent in Strive, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right.
Back in it.
Third time's the charm, or is this the second time? I lost the count, but
It is kind of the third time, but it's just kind of rough. But hopefully, it just works out.
now Exil with 1 game lead, but
Another nutty gold burst.
oh, dropping unfortunately. A very important interruption there, getting out of the corner against 50-meter Soul.
Attempting to punish the Bandit Bringer, but unfortunately being unable to that 2S. Just being too good, and yeah, Volcanic Viper just hitting you a bit too hard.
And now Exil basically has to, just
Basically has to, you know, not get hit.
it's funny how who even needs Soul 5k when you can just, you know, do the DP instead and get a big hit if, you know, tries to dash
skip
forward.
Neutral.
Wow.
The mental game that just happened there. 17 rounds of Strive played in both of these players' heads in between the time where we just saw 2 players standing still. You know, the mental energy expended there was insane, and we can't even comprehend it.
This good, but then okay. Maybe a combo drop or a reset before they break the wall, who knows? But the fact remains that this is gonna be a punish. And no burst. Burst coming back for DavidBOSS.
Oh, unfortunately pressing a bit too early and not getting the punish on the...
Oh no, the plus frames out of the super. Not enough to prevent DavidBOSS from pressing the heavy DP there.
I think Exil was just a bit slow because you're still plus 30 after hitting air super like that, so it's just a case of, you know, sometimes you don't go fast enough, you get and yeah, this is what I mean, you know, the disrespect from Soul with the DP. You have to play very specifically on Eno against Soul.
Oh my god!
Getting the 6B on the Bandit Bringer.
The timing master! What a... That's craziness! I mean, Eno has good 6B, but you still gotta time it really precisely. Once again, the DP. All this time. Exil respecting after the BB. You're like minus couple of frames for the ground BB as Soul. Yo, there we go, the punish. You really gotta go between those hits. The first hit, which is the reversal, and the second hit, which is the plus frame producing. Oh, baiting it, but missing the punish, Exil. The respect. Burst coming back here from DavidBOSS. Is it gonna be used? Barely missing the BP. Wow.
Yeah, 6S just has such a long hitbox. It is a whole neutral in a move. Oh, the bait from Exil, just knowing the tendencies that David has had recently, you know, where they want to be going for these gold bursts.
Yeah, I think Exil at this point has seen some sort of a pattern about when the burst is available at the start of the round and the frequency which with the gold burst happens. Ooh, diving under.
Some more mental footsies happening. And yeah, you just can't do those air gatlings on Eno against Soul. Soul just does not need to respect that stuff that you do.
Right, opting to just chill out, not challenge the second hit. DP is
and
good.
Once again, more stuff. Doesn't matter that you're plus, you know, you just have to take it. Am I salty about this matchup? Maybe a little bit.
The burst has been used. Wow, the anime dash through fire and the flames. Baiting the throw, but no punish once again. Who's it gonna be? 50 meter on Exil. How are you going to use it? I just
going for the 2S. 2S is such a good button, reaches so far forward.
Yeah, I think that's pretty decent option if you think your opponent is churning the DP there. Just jump in, make it airtight, and go for the low. Ooh, missed the combo. JK, a reset into a big one. Has the meter, doesn't opt to use it here. So one more chance for Exil. Again, the backdash. BP with punished. This is a good start. But, good read. Another one. Oh!
Oh, and the air grab.
I like it. The read from Exil is that the throw might be coming again. Let me just jump, but DavidBOSS sort of reading
one step
that.
ahead. Fuck the frame data, it ain't real, I am plus.
That's a very, very good depiction of the RPS there on YRC. YRC produces so much. Oh my god, saw that.
Oh, unfortunate.
A little too high for that 6S to connect. Still a decent. Oh, nice! Blocks the non-charged version.
And yeah, once again, Exil doesn't get the fully safe jump in, gets punished for it.
Once again,
This is where the difficulty of the matchup comes. The 5k and DP buttons are very difficult to deal with.
Oh, Exil tried to challenge that Bandit Springer once again with 6p, but this time the timing wasn't there. Here we go. The punish. Gets the combo this time. Set it up.
Going for the note again.
Oh, I think was expecting the DP again, but this time...
I think the mental reset might have worked against Exil's favor, because Exil had adapted to go for so many more safe jump setups.
No! The YRC was baited there! But that is such a common occurrence, I feel like, in Strive. Getting the YRC bait, but then... like, sort of missing the punish. I wonder if it's just the fact that it...
I think people don't expect to be baiting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going to comment on how Exil was going for a lot more safe jumps towards the kind of, before we had the technical issues. And that was working out really well for them in the Oki game, kind of being able to get one knockdown to have a lot more... Oh, and as I say that, there they come. Yeah, getting each individual knockdown to kind of work so much more in their favor with getting more mileage out of it. But, since we've come back from the disconnect, Exil was going for a lot more no-toki that David was being able to disrespect.
Barely avoiding the flames. The whiff punish. Not connecting with Stroke the Big Tree though. Plus frames, here we go. What's it gonna be? Ooh, that kind of looked like not a safe jump, but that time DavidBOSS was not hitting it. Gold burst. Oh my goodness, this could be bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of meter at play here. There's a lot that David could do. Opting to go for the throw RC, which... yeah, it really prorates your combo a lot, so that could have been so much more damage off of a different starter. But it doesn't matter because David still gets the round.
And now, the first set point of the set. Let's see how Exil manages to persevere here. Good start, pushing David towards the corner. Baits the DP, and no burst available for David.
Yeah, you just gotta hold it.
Oh, nice!
Goes for the super wall break. Well, that's a guaranteed safe jump. Unfortunately, misses the timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that one is manually timed, but the grab on the run-up.
Still not dead. 5 to 6. Exil has
we just saw NKellyy. Oh no, my god.
Was that a bait? Sort of standing there, come at me. I'll show you 100 meters soul. The counter hit. Reset into big one. Now that's a start to a round. What can you do after that? You gotta be so shook. Now Exil on this crusade to somehow make this comeback. But David, yeah, already with a positive bonus and everything that they could ever want. Exil back against the corner again. They gotta do this twice in a row, 2 rounds, and after that, another game. The old head, Exil, from back in the days, the Exert veteran.
Oh, that volcanic viper hits so far forward.
It's a jump. Ooh, nice. Sees the double
solid
jump.
Air grab. That's the Exert. That's the Exert special there, coming to help. Ooh, unfortunate, getting hit by the bandit bringer in the corner.
There we go, getting a small punish, but it doesn't reach too far. The gold burst has been baited, 100 meter. How are we gonna use it, Exil? Use it wisely, you're about to expire. Plus frames into, don't press a button. I think that was that airtight?
That should be, yeah. I mean, it's really hard for it not to be. It takes, you know, it's still a whole half a second that you have to do something, so... You know, 30 frames, that's a lot. But oh no, this might just be it.
Oh my goodness, the super? No super!
Interesting.
But we've been in this situation so many times. Exil, no life, wall broken.
I think DavidBOSS, if they lose this round, that's going to hurt.
Such a clutch 6p, but as good as that 6p was, that's not enough. Look at the life bar still remaining on DavidBOSS. And the 50 meter.
That difference is being made up.
Oh, clean!
Ooh.
I wonder if that was a miss but Exil probably tried to get plus frames there with the super.
I think you can go for kind of the OTG hit and get a and still get the super going. But that's a very tight timing, so I think it might have just been a drop.
And very quick capitalization. The BR, so the blue RC sees Exil in the air. No reason to respect there. It's gonna be plus frames otherwise. And man, DavidBOSS taking it. Very good showing from Exil's first matchup on Bounty Hunters, though. It looked pretty rough, honestly, in the beginning, but able to get into the groove and basically challenge DavidBOSS point for point. Pretty good stuff. And now moving forward, the next one we got the Nanashi from Russia against Goliath. Gold Lewis from, let me pull out my notes, Czechia.
Oh, so apologies. I'm just moving my microphone a little bit. And yeah, the classic Gold Lewis Kai matchup, which is one that I think we're continuing to see here very often. And Goliath is a newcomer onto the show. I don't know about Nanashi. Have they been here around?
They've been around. They've been featured once before, so a rather a new face. Alright, get the prediction rolling, and we are good to go. Oh, I think that's gonna be too far away. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little too ambiguous.
That is a very yeah. There's definitely a lot of will there. And unfortunately, there was no way. But that DP going through the slam was definitely something I had not seen Akai do before.
Nice prediction there as well. Closing out the jump out trajectory from Kai using that jump slash. And a punish? Yes, indeed. Ooh, the TK behemoth. Such a common miss input to be a ground behemoth. Nice.
And jumping heavy, just getting the punish on the Skyfish, and now the heavy fireball Oki. He's just going to get looped, but Goliath blocking high.
Yeah, you're probably going to be blocking here a lot of the time.
Yeah, finds the gap on the grab.
Is that going to recover in time? No, sir.
Oof. I was wondering if the drone could do anything about it, because Ride the Lightning isn't completely invulnerable, right?
After
the start of it.
Yeah, it is invulnerable for a long time, but the whole, you know, travel time is definitely not. But it's certainly one of the most invul supers in the game, I think.
Yeah, I was seeing that drone there, and I was wondering if we were gonna witness something stupid happening, but now the Ride the Lightning was clutch.
Oh, that's a big starter. And full damage still left on the wall as well.
Had the meter, but unfortunately you maybe didn't realize quite fast that they were generating that much. I think that's safe. Yeah. That's just baited. And boom. What a swift first round. That's a really aggressive guy. But, you know, against Gold Lewis, you kind of have to play like that, I feel. You have to kind of be up in their grill and make them uncomfortable. They don't have that good defensive mechanics that you need to just be able to have a little bit of this effect, right?
Yeah, you definitely want to push your matchup advantage, and the fact of the matter is that Gold Lewis has pretty slow buttons for certain ranges. And considering the amount of damage that both of these characters dish, you better be on the sort of giving end of the stick more often than not, because once Gold Lewis gets in that pressure position...
Look at this. The unlucky bit for Nanashi here is that they're not gonna get the positive bonus refresh. So they're not gonna get a lot of meter off of breaking the wall a second time, but it seems to be just enough to get one bar, and now Sacred Edge. Was that Chip?
Yeah, I think that was Chip. I think I saw the first part of the super being blocked.
It's just because we saw the wall break at the end. So I think it might have just ended up being not, you know, block the first hit and then don't get the block afterwards. Bizarre stuff, but
break the wall.
Nanashi's aggressive play is just on point right now, and just kind of putting Goliath in a blender here, having a really hard time defending against the Frenchman's aggression.
Wow, that looks so funky when they're down and you RC, kick them off the ground, kick them into a combo. Damn. Alright.
Yeah. It's kind of amazing. Typically you see Kai players playing kind of slow and steady in the neutral, playing you know, very carefully, and here we see Nanashi just, look at that shimmy, getting a grab back, getting some Oki, red RC to continue the pressure going, and look at that pressure. Another shimmy. Just playing the fastest game of Street Fighter on Goliath, but now you are in the corner against Gold Lewis. Thankfully.
I think that burst was super warranted. Even if you have the life lead, you can't afford to stay on defense against Gold Lewis in the corner. No way. It's just one of the most dangerous characters to be in that position against.
Yeah. And I think it's just Nanashi is just playing this very smart, you know. Gold Lewis just cannot be allowed to have his pressure going. All of those plus frames just cause a lot of problems.
Heavy fireball blocked straight into the RTL.
Yeah, into the 2K2D RTL. That's all we need.
And the pressure continues. Yes!
And another 5D just walks up and overheads you.
Doing it raw. What a player.
This is the problem. This is the problem with using the orange skins. You can't see the orange particles on dust. You're just gonna get hit.
Damn, is that why? Is that the story, the lore, why they missed it?
Definitely.
It's gotta be, right? Because I mean, who wouldn't react to those full charge 5Ds. Am I right?
You know, giving credit to Goliath, sometimes your mental stack is just elsewhere. Sometimes you're concerned about the Kai that's just been running at you and running pressure, and you just guess wrong.
Right. Ooh, good too heavy. Opting to take the harder anti-air starter. Oh, Goliath would definitely love the pressure here in the position that Nanashi is in. Finally gets in. All right. Here we go. That might actually finish the round. Not quite. But the reset does the job.
Yeah. Reset just jumping at you with the air typhoon.
And that's sort of a good sign. As soon as Goliath was able to get in the pressure, get the pressure going, they were able to take a lot of, you know, life out of Nanashi. Now look at that. 2/3 of their life gone.
That does end up being the Gold Lewis special. Is if you get hits in, you're just going to fucking slam your opponent. Unfortunate that Red RC rotation.
Oh,
and the chip kill.
I think
Nanashi just ran out of meter.
Yeah.
Nanashi just ran out of meter to block that. It was just unfortunate. It was a full level 3 security Skyfish. That's a lot of bullets. I think it's 30 bullets that you have to block in.
Yeah.
FD in Strive costs a lot of meter.
Yeah, and every one of those hits is gonna cause at least 1 point of damage when unblocked without FD. Ooh, good read. Immediate burst from Nanashi.
Yeah, these IED jump heavies, just catching the Skyfish.
Oh wow, wait, that didn't cross? That was funky. Alright, smacking it.
Ooh, good stuff.
What?
Going for the reset, unfortunately for Goliath, doesn't work in their favor, and now they're in the corner against Nanashi's pressure.
Uh-oh.
And just like that car that went by my house, you have Ride the Lightning into the wall.
Rev it up.
Rev 3 coming? Rev 3 confirmed?
Rev? Confirmed? Yo? Rev 3? Oh, big one once again.
Very good 2H. Nanashi's just on point with these conversions right now, just making sure that these stray hits work out in their favor.
I really love when you use anti-airs other than 6P. I mean, 6Ps work for every character in the game, but you know, 6Ps don't give. Whoa! Drifting past that behemoth.
Don't think I've ever seen, you know, a Kai move like that and cross up in that manner. That's certainly a first, and then a grab, finishing it off. How strong is Kai? Kai's just grabbing Gold Lewis by the collar, throwing him in the air, and then stabbing him with a sword. That's nutty.
Damn. But yeah, opting to land those anti-airs with something better than 6P. The 2 heavy has always been a very staple anti-air choice for Kai, but maybe not so much in this game, because you don't tend to see it that often. It's pretty high though.
It is also kind of, you know, it gives a lot better rewards.
That's
than
full churn.
The 6B. That's a full churn, but unfortunately, Nanashi was just ready. Saw the meter, let it just play it safe and respect it. As aggressive as Nanashi has been playing, they're just kind of, yeah, look at this. They know when to back off, allow Goliath a little bit of space just to punish them on what they're missing. Not going for a super. Maybe that was just kind of the autopilot on the combo, kind of not expecting it to wall stick as early as it did.
Yeah, I think I do that myself sometimes as well, when I sort of misjudge how much damage I have on the wall already, and then you just go for the RC and be like, man, damn, I just RC'd them off the wall. But that does not hinder Nanashi's approach at all.
And Goliath is going for a raw gold burst, but unfortunately, it just doesn't work out. Perhaps that was a bit of an emotional burst. And now just put in the corner again, in the blender against Kai, without a good reversal to use.
I'm seeing a little bit of a pattern here post burst. I think after every single burst from Nanashi, Goliath has been taking out the minigun but Nanashi sort of reading it every single time. This time, just tossing Sacred Edge after that burst.
Yes, and especially calling out kind of Goliath's tendency to just whip out the Skyfish on full screen, you know? Sacred Edge is kind of just a perfect move to throw at full screen.
Yeah,
We'll just beat those projectiles. Once again, the 2H getting a really solid head. The 6H now just at the tip.
I swear, Nanashi's conversions are like so big. It's like they're going for the big money instead of the small ones. Oh, the burst made it though.
Faded burst, very good.
This might be what Goliath needs.
Of the red RC, and the red RC didn't hit, so that proration.
Oh, did you just try to challenge my Behemoth Typhoon? In this Behemoth Typhoon, you're not gonna press any buttons.
I do have to say, it was really good for Goliath as well that, you know, the red RC they used to extend their combo just ended up not hitting, so the proration didn't hit. Nanashi took just that little extra bit of damage. I don't think it ended up mattering, you know, Goliath already deals a truckload of damage. Oh, look at this. Oh. Unfortunately, Nanashi is able to escape the wall, and now Goliath is put into another tough situation. The first gets baited, and now the lightning is being rode.
Oh, such a tragedy. That was basically one touch into the corner, and Goliath had everything in the world. But now lost not only the round, but their burst as well.
Just one round away from being put into a set position. But the just continued pressure from all of this Fireball Oki, that still gets the hit into the wall stick.
Oh no, back to neutral against Kai of all characters. His Fireball ends up anti-airing. Out of all things.
This is the fastest moving Kai I've seen.
Yeah, I'm getting like Soul vibes. Am I watching Kai or is this Soul? Once again, I swear.
You're watching Exert Sin.
Right. It's like, and I think Nanashi hasn't used a single 6B yet. All of their anti-airs have come from that big hard hitting, too heavy counter hit. I guess that could be just a matchup thing.
Yeah, I mean, Goliath he's a big boy, and you know those 6 heavies or those 2 heavies, apologies, will just kind of hit a lot of hurt boxes very comfortably.
Not that time though.
Yeah. With that said, as big as Goliath is, you still can get a very comfortably swing your coffin.
And now it's time to take back that lost round that was so unjustly stolen from Goliath. Extend into it, alright. Good life lead.
Just swinging the coffin.
Of course.
Getting up perfect to take another point. You know, this is still definitely within Goliath's reach. It's going to be a difficult battle, but you know, it's only 5 matches in a row. As long as Goliath gets the right reads, gets the good download,
the good thing
they
here,
should be able to do this.
Yeah, the good thing here is that Goliath has been delivering. Wow. Basically, every time Goliath gets in the position, he's been delivering. I think he hasn't missed a single combo or single opportunity to pressure. And Nanashi's escapes have mostly been like some stray DPs or bursts. So I believe
solid 6B anti-air on the jumping heavy approach. But now just continued pressure from Kai.
Ooh, reset into the low, watch your feet, and now we're heading into the first set point match for Nanashi. Oh, not low profile enough.
Finding their way in.
Look at that damage. That time, not enough disjoint in Goliath's pocket, but wow, just 5B anti-air conversion. Holy, the conversion started from 5B. Amazing.
And now this is baited, right?
But it
Yeah,
hits
but
airborne.
unfortunately, yeah, I was going to say, Gold Burst into the Civil Rights Beam?
Alright, decent damage, and meets them in the air with the Behemoth Typhoon. Those air behemoths have been working out pretty well. I mean, I guess technically air typhoons are kind of like anti-airs, because they can have pretty like safe hurtboxes.
Another fully charged dust.
Uh-oh. I think Goliath will not be able to get their burst back here unless they somehow manage to extend this.
They'd have to block a lot. Oh, once again that 2H.
It's a big one, and that's the set.
Very emblematic of the set that a 2H anti-air is what closed it out.
Oh man, what a pace! Like, the amount of momentum behind Nanashi that set.
And Nanashi was just in control of the momentum.
That's a scare. I don't want to play against Kai like that. Where are the controlled? Where are the slow-paced Kais? My goodness, I can't give up. Really good stuff. You know, it's slightly unfortunate that Goliath dropped a couple of those really good looking rounds, but hey, it do be like that sometimes, and we'll just have to take it to Hearth and apply it again next time. Good showing for Goliath though for their debut Bounty Hunters match.
But then again, what kind of preparation, what kind of matchup preparation gets you ready for that? Like,
right?
How you cannot expect your Kai opponent to play like that, and
unless you do like research on your opponent beforehand. That caught me definitely off guard and probably caught Goliath as well. Alright, but speaking of wild, when I see those letters Radune, yep, you know it already. Shit's gonna go down in the next 20 minutes.
The Rad Gang is here, and it's here to stay. The Leo, the Sweden's greatest Leo, to my knowledge, and probably, just Sweden's greatest Leo. I'm gonna roll with that. Going against KS, so these are two household names here, ready to put on a show.
It's been like I said earlier, it's been a while since Radune has...
even both have swordfish.
Ooh.
Their weapons on the avatars.
The Battle of Swordfishes. That's not quite as powerful as the massive chunk of meat, but it's a good second, I would say.
I think we just have to establish that whoever loses this set has to stop using the swordfish on their avatar.
I highly recommend switching to the meat. That's
yeah, Radune and KS. I don't know if you're listening, but if you are, those are the stakes here. The stakes at ham. Get it? Because you're gonna stop. The stakes at ham. I am very funny.
I am not. That's why I gotta bring up all the comedians on this show, because I have no sense of humor. Anyway, here's the match.
Bad. How does it start? Immediately, 2 sonic booms. Oh, 2D just going in. Oh, and now you're in back turn. You're liable to just get command grabbed off of it. But
by the way, Leo has command grab.
But the far slash from Goldu is actually able to contest space there.
My! Oh! I mean, I guess Radune might have just converted that into RC anyway?
I think that's what they were doing. It was just an unfortunate decision to burst there for KS.
Did you just get caught up by the classic Radune 2D RPS?
Yeah, that's oh.
Then again,
was that some mind games? The 5B to pretend like they were buffering a Typhoon into just a wake-up grab.
And the whole gameplay experience when Radune is playing on the screen is a mind game. Wow, do it again!
That command grab recovers so fast. And look at that. Goldu is so thick that
Ooh, that was actually so smart.
Even the super damaging Sonic Boom super doesn't end up killing, but still, Radune taking a very swift first game.
And like, if
Once again, we're just having the fast players volley gold loses right now. We need Chaos to kind of bring in some heat now and not allow themselves to just get played.
Yeah, because you're not gonna see Radune slowing down at all. Now in the air, sees the Skyfish come out and the conversion. Ooh, reset! I love that. Even if they take forward, you take straight into the back turn stance.
Yeah, and using the back turn slash that has a lot of active frames to just kind of do the tech chase there. Oh, the DP does not win against the drone Radune. I am sorry, as much as you want that to be the case.
Wow, what a sequence! That was kind of looking like Ghetto Milia stuff. Make them block something in the air dash on the other side, go for it again.
It's a Vortex character because he's spinning around with his blades.
That does make sense. All right, switching it up.
Solid slam into the cross up. We have the other Milia on the screen doing stuff right now, kind of keeping space off of Radune so that he can do the DPs.
Oh, is that gonna be enough?
That
Yes!
should kill.
You know, without that RC seemed very unoptimal at first, but I think KS can't get that kill unless they spend that.
Yeah, I think it was for the guts kill. I don't know if the super may have killed right away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess technically you're right. The super would have probably killed.
The super might have killed, but if it didn't kill, I think the going for the RC is just generally safer because it's more hits, but better against guts.
Ooh. And just as fast as the first game unfolded, KS brings it back. Saying, yeah, I get to play though. And as soon as I get to play, yeah, stuff's gonna happen for sure. I like that the first Berserker slash, I was about to say, the first Berserker slash that Radune played was thrown, but that time KS was not ready to throw it.
Yeah, KS has thrown a couple Berserker slashes already. I think they definitely came into this matchup ready for Leo shenanigans. You know, Radune, very notorious for going for those callous DPs and a lot of Berserker slashes. I think KS could have taken that information in preparation.
Ooh,
a reversal super, but I think that just gets baited. Oh no, because of back turn.
I think they were committed to something, because technically in that situation, if you are not on like if your stuff is not starting up, you can definitely post flash, just press the back turn D, because it has a 0 frame startup or 1 frame startup, depending on your point of view. The potential for RC is here. There it goes.
There's the aggressive Leo play that Radune is notorious for. Won't go for the reset this time, just opts to go for the wall break, get that
easy meter. And again!
Oh. I mean, I guess KS just had to take the burst into the next round at that point. Like, there's no situation where you come out of that. Come out of this round.
That's super risky, but like I'm even more surprised that Radune chose to RC bait there. But I mean, you might as well if you know.
I think you go for. Anyway. I think he was going for the RC bait because he could just go for the jumping D there to guarantee a kill. I think that's why the RC came out.
And now the full punish. Oh, the very early close slash sending Radune super high up, taking a straight call to... Who's that dude? Domi, yes. Straight telephone call into Japan. Hello, Mosimos. Domi there? I'm bursting. Very high up into the sky.
The Canadian burst, exactly, as Bunga said in the chat. That is what we call it. When you burst up in the sky.
Ooh, that didn't cross. That's so...
Oh, that
reversal,
gets...
though. Is it gonna break?
Gets Radune. Oh!
Value.
Beautiful. Yeah, positive bonus, a hard knockdown. Radune's in a tough situation here. But that doesn't mean that they're not gonna just start literally running circles around KS.
Third time! Oh my god! Radune, you dog!
That's just insulting.
I mean, honestly, you might as well try it. Usually, like, if your opponent is sort of ready, they would react on the second shield. But, I mean, if they haven't been able to pull off that reaction yet, might as well go for the third one. After the third one, though, it's like, maybe I shouldn't go for the fourth one. I think they can break their dash here. Yep, indeed. Oh, the parry stance!
Yeah, the guard stance. Breaking that Behemoth Typhoon. Not Typhoon, whatever it's called. I forgot. Yes.
Is it even called anything?
Wait, the super? Wait. I'm lost.
I have mixed up myself as well. Yo, the Clash round starts.
Oh, the 2D.
Oh, is that safe? I guess it is. Dash into the throw and the overhead, man. I swear.
The overhead.
Oh, and blitz
right at the end. That was a jizzy overhead if I've ever seen one.
That's so great.
And now just continues it.
I've actually not seen Leo players do that reset before, and Radune definitely do it on purpose. Second time now. Conversion is it gonna be not quite enough? Doesn't reach the wall. Finds the DP. That was a good timing. Wow, that was a tough decision there. KS to go and claim the victory. They had to find the timing there. Radune was delaying that strike so much, but KS managed to find a suitable burst timing to get out of the killing combo.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to be patient and kind of outweight your opponent. Sometimes your opponent will just say, fine, you're not bursting yet, I'm just gonna go for it. And if you burst, you burst. I'll just hope for the best. And unfortunately, for Radune, that just didn't work right now.
Ooh, back turn S into a command grab, another one. And with the use of 50 meter, oh, not quite. Wait, breaking the wall. Was that back turn P?
That was just back turn P.
Oh no, I think there might have been a stronger move. No, it doesn't matter. Radune scores.
It doesn't matter. The flash kick is here to save us.
Ooh, finds the frame trap. Into the corner you go. What's it gonna be? The throw. Important stuff to play the throws as well on this character, even though
going for the RPS, kind of doing the good air throw from KS. You know, Radune going for the RPS with the OTG hit on the backturn kick to make KS recover faster and perhaps disrupt some possible potential reversal time.
Good try there for KS to try to save themselves after seeing that. Oh shit, they were actually airborne while I pulled out the Skyfish, but just a little too late to be able to, you know, contest.
And now with the back turn going once again for that jizzy overhead.
I swear it's so much harder to react to that overhead. The exert overhead from Leo, the back turn heavy, seemed almost reactable. This game, no way. Oh, I think that's gonna collide
that's
with
going to get guarded.
Yep.
Yep, and now Radune just gets to run his shit. Unfortunately, didn't get a full conversion off of it.
Oh, cool. Wait, it's still going. 2D, yeah, there is the punish. Yeah, I think that's kind of nice for Gold Lewis, actually. They do have a 5-frame button to punish the 2D on block, and it reaches like relatively far away as well.
Yeah. But now, Radune with like a classic, just dashing across you and running circles.
Oh, grabbing out of that flash kick. Oh, the close
when you're
slash.
playing,
Not hitting high enough. Whoa, that was 5p against the back turn heavy right? Oh,
Yeah,
Heavy
what a contest. Oh, and the flash kick punish.
Ooh, all right.
Yes, definitely with the matchup knowledge on check, just ready for what Radune is throwing after them, and just getting the solid punishes in one by one, and just taking these rounds kind of slowly but steady.
Those DP punishes are gonna be the most important when Radune reaches the threshold where they don't have the 50 meter anymore, because like with the 50 meter, the DP is gonna come out for sure, right?
Yeah.
And
Even
Radune,
without it, you know, Leo's DP is actually very surprisingly safe, and now, even with the proration is so aggressive. Let's get baited. It doesn't. Look at that damage, just 50% of your health gone like that.
oh, the reset into the overhead. Big one.
Wait, was that just the 5p? Was that the 5p that KS was using to buffer the Behemoth Typhoon with anti-air? Was that supposed to be the anti-air? I'm not sure, but it was
That's
really
a good question. That was kind of cool sequence though. First, immediately, Radune wants to still play this round, even though they are kind of low on life. Finds the DP, and here we go, straight into the back turn. That's
But KS is just going to grab it, realizes that the Berserker Slash isn't going to be meaty, so just goes for it. And that's something that's really important to realize in a matchup, is when you're not getting hit by a meaty cross-up, you just go for the Wake Up Grab, and you will typically catch that, you'll typically catch the slash. But obviously you have to be careful depending on who you're playing against.
Combos into the command grab. What's it gonna be next? Overhead.
Into the super just to get the hard knockdown, and it still does so much damage.
Just a safe jump. Oh. KS, we'll kind of have to find a miracle here. Oh my god, immediate burst. Is this the miracle that KS was looking for? Cross it up. Convert. Yo, I think that's a kill. No, not quite.
No, but definitely eating some of Radune's meter now.
Wow,
Down
just
to the
dashing
wire.
with us. What was that?
And the 2D.
That was...
That 2D just stretching itself out and catching out KS. Getting Radune their third point.
Alright, good start from KS. Met by... Yo, I can understand that burst, because, you know, Leo DP does get his victory condition on the board, does get his game started, so I can understand if people are like, yo, I'm just gonna burst this DP. I don't wanna take the pressure afterwards.
Yeah, definitely, because, like, look at that. Oh, I think that's just a dead Radune.
Very close,
No,
at
but
least.
very close.
Oh, this time it was
This
close
time. Oh, and look at that health on a hard knockdown. This is gonna be rough. Overhead jump D. That was one hell of a meaty option.
Yeah, you don't really see that jump D too often. Without 50 meter, I feel like unless you hit in a perfect possible way your opponent's toes, it's generally gonna be fairly minus. What is not minus is Radune after this super catches the backdash. Where does he get off me? Ooh, nice.
Get grabbed into the corner, and now what are you gonna do? You're gonna try to DP when my drone is out.
Oh,
look at that, and we're just so far.
You want a DP? You asked for a DP, there it is. Just completely spaced by the Behemoth Typhoon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Behemoth
Chaos
Typhoon's
going for a burst bait. The Radune's just holding on to theirs. Kind of saving the burst for a rainy day.
Oh, that's so smart. Striking the parry stance and then causing another hit immediately with the red RC. But Radune's not done. Misses the combo, but still with the pressure. Watch your feet. KS.
I've never seen someone do that. The hitting a parry stance, then RC, and then the hit from the RC hits the counter move.
Yeah, I
That
think
is
it's...
some galaxy brain shit.
Yeah, because, I mean, generally they would react to your strike by letting their own strike, you know, rip afterwards, so... I guess what the Leo player will have to do is hold the parry stance if they want to parry the red RC as well. Ooh, nice. Gets the heart knocked down. Yo, that's a big one. Yeah, Radune kind of had to burst there. That would have been a lot of damage, I feel. But the damage keeps piling up. Switch sides. Get in there. Yeah.
DB.
Might as
Yeah,
well.
Radune playing from behind right now, but that doesn't stop them from just going for this crazy pressure.
Just barely missing with the command grab. Here we go, DP once again. Back turn, and the pressure starts.
And now, command grab, look at the meter on Radune. And walking across gives him enough meter to kind of potentially have gone for something, but it was just not necessary.
Ooh, critical miss. Radune ends up with punishing that TK Behemoth. Out of the corner. And able to prevent the fireball startup with Jump D. Drone coming to save it up.
Oh, the cross up.
Wait, he went for the
Wait,
pressure.
does this cross? Oh! Whoa!
I mean, due to the input of that is 360, so it is bound to autocorrect. You don't have to care which side you're inputting.
Definitely.
Good burst timing there from Radune. Very even in life. KS still holding on to that burst. Radune scoring the hit. There it is. Immediate burst. The drone helping to get out of the corners with sides. Ooh, very good place for KS. Yeah, I like that KS keeps waiting till Radune has spent the RC before challenging. We go, oh, the 2P whiffs! And Radune with punishes with 2D. Where are the buttons? They can't be pressed. 2D, finally a punish. Yo, Radune just goes into 2D again! What a mad lad! Just,
Yeah, Radune just kept being patient in this pressure, and it worked out.
I've never seen pressure quite like this from any other Leo player. Like, you see Leo's going for the 2D, but man, you're even if you have technically a 5-framer, the punish that should reach that 2D most of the time, if you miss that button even by 1 frame, you're gonna eat the DP, right?
Yeah, that's an unfortunate reality. That 2D recovers so fast. It is definitely one of Leo's strongest options. But now KS takes a swift first round.
Well
Getting the
timed.
grab on Radune. Tries to go for another one.
Nice. The jump back, jump D. Very defensive maneuvers. Ooh, catching something there. Radune going airborne. Is that gonna be it? Not
Look at
quite.
this movement on Gold Lewis. And a chip from the drone will just get it.
That was pretty
That
damn
was
fast.
fast. I was like, oh, you got a
Yeah.
point ahead of me? I'm just gonna get it back, don't worry.
It's kind of like almost as if KS got angry. It was like, what the fuck was that? Let me just run that back quick.
That's just, what was this round start? This is when you know the RPS is getting deep.
Oh, the slow overhead. And that's corner as well. Yikes, that's a lot of damage. Oh,
Oh, the tech chase far slash.
2 combos. Almost all of your life. Got Lewis life. Oh, the dash through.
Look at Radune, just gets to keep going.
And now, time to guess.
And there's a 2D. Unfortunately, doesn't get the full conversion out of it, but it doesn't matter. Because Radune still has his corner position. Gold Lewis doesn't have that great of an option to get out, but manages to escape regardless. And now, it's just over for Radune.
That was kind of important for KS to hit there. Radune with that full stick of butter. If they get to land anything on block, that would have been a big block string. Oh, the overhead once again. Hits home really hard. Back to neutral though. This game there. Oh, grabs Radune's flash kick. Gonna fake overhead, landing on top. Good anti-air. Oh, is that actually gonna be it? Not quite. That's spending the 50 meter on it. However,
Radune actually still has meter after this to kind of do more stuff. So it's just kind of a matter of how they use this.
I think Radune dashed forward. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, unable to do something that continues the pressure.
Another momentum swing. It was first Radune, then it was KS, then it was Radune, and then KS again, or something like that. I'm already mixed up after watching a lot of this Leo gameplay, but the cards are on the table. It's one win for KS. Radune's gotta take 2. Fishing with 6P. Wow. All right.
You know, it has to be noted how much KS has been growing during their time participating here in Bounty Hunters. The improvement they've shown. Oh, the goal burst.
Nice, able to block it. Oh, this might get baited though. Luckily had 100.
The 100 meter.
Oh, the hard bait, but that time Radune didn't burst actually.
It's not the first time that in that situation Radune just refuses to burst. I think with this kind of health deficit, Radune is just ready to take it into the next round. Kind of help see if they can bring an edge into this set point where we are for KS right now.
Sometimes you do. Oh, the classic overhead once again. Break the wall, super. Oh, okay, choosing to actually go for the reset. But this time KS
was ready, able to hit first against the back turn stance, which, you know, can't block properly.
Oh wow, this very slow amount of space that air backdash covers. Still able to hang in there, the DP! Alright.
The one time Radune is opting not to go for the DPRC is where it would have potentially made a massive difference. Oh! The hit the hurtbox extension is Radune's downfall.
It gets there on time. Oh my god, I think it was just about, you know, a couple of pixels. Radune's Sonic Boom might have actually made it, but no. In the nick of time, KS actually reaching the coffin and getting the decisive hit. Wow. Alright, they went neck to neck. And so it's written in the stars, KS takes it over Radune, this time in a honestly a nail biter.
Yeah, it was such a good set.
In the sense that I was biting my nails just looking at Radune's showy gameplay. It's always the same. It's like, holy shit, how does he get away with this? How does he get away with this? But it's always such a pleasure to watch, and yeah,
definitely.
Off to the next we go.
So is Addiction around? You were saying that they might not be able to join us.
Alright, so we got DM from Addiction. They did have migraines earlier, so we agreed upon if it doesn't get better, we'll just, you know, have to call it this time. Your health is the first priority.
Sorry?
And it seems like Addiction unfortunately won't be able to take part today. So I'm thinking we are probably moving into the last match then.
Yeah, so JuxtAPoser versus SnailTiger. Again, the Faust versus Kai matchup once again. Yeah, we saw again. We were saying this earlier. We saw this last week. So it'll be interesting to see how two completely different players playing the same matchup might compare to. You know, how we saw this being played last Sunday.
Give me a moment, I'll message the players. They might not be aware that they are all ready to go. It's JuxtAPoser and
SnailTiger.
SnailTiger.
Again, a little Faust gaming to close out the set. Always a fun character to watch.
Yeah, JuxtAPoser has been showing up for the final event for quite a few events now. Let's see, they were not in the previous one, but were in the one before that. And I mean, honestly, JuxtAPoser's Faust is so clean. It's one of those Faust players who, like, I'm not able to sort of like name any specific style that they play with or any specific tool that they like to use. They're just like a complete kit. Everything is on point. Everything is balanced. It's like having the perfect base, having the perfect fundamental base to sort of play this game.
Yeah, I mean, and especially on Faust, that is, extra impressive, because Faust is such a unpredictable, all over the place character. It's not simple to play.
Yeah, you would like on the surface, Faust in a lot of games, not just Strive, but also ACPR, Exil, seems like kind of fairly straightforward characters. I mean, you press buttons, you don't even have a lot of combos, and then you throw some items. How difficult could it be? But you pick up Faust and you soon realize that, holy shit, this character is actually not just ABC easy mode. It's actually like a lot of like special kind of decision making, and also a lot of execution. In the old games, you've had the FDCs into like instant overheads, what have you, the floats, which, like, unless you had the FDC input down to your muscle memory, you just didn't have access to all the fancy stuff from Faust. And in this game, you have a lot of, maybe you don't have the same level of straight up raw execution requirement, but this game requires so much presence of mind and fast reaction times in terms of what's gonna come out of the bag, react to the items, and since
and playing around them, getting conversions off of them when you can. There's a very high skill ceiling, and quite unfortunately, the character is not in a very good place. As in terms of what most players think about it. So it's kind of, there's an extra level of difficulty of kind of always being unfavored in the matchups that you're playing.
It's kind of like you have to sort of, oh my god, is my thingy crashing? I think I just, hello?
Yeah, no, I can hear.
Okay. Something is crashing. Hope it's not my OBS. Hello, computer, please. Don't do me dirty. Alright, I think we're good. Alright, and I see JuxtAPoser is on the way as well. So just about ready to unleash these two beasts on screen. Oh boy, this will be the first time we see SnailTiger on screen. The German Kai player facing a familiar face, JuxtAPoser, Faust. And what's it gonna be? They are both very high level players, very up there. You see both in a lot of high profile tournaments here and there. I won't be able to say which one of them reigns supreme more often, but I mean, this is the perfect opportunity to test it out. Look at those player levels. These guys are, they're grinders, for sure.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Right, the footsie-based matchups.
And both of these players using the same colors, so this is truly the foozies we want to see.
No gorilla, no shenanigans, just clean, honest footsies.
Honest
right?
Guilty Gear gameplay, exactly. Nothing scummy about what's going on here.
Oh wow, trading with the, I think that was a hammer coming out.
Yeah. Oh, and the fishing line. Sending SnailTiger out. Now just corner pressure to be looped here.
Oh, interesting RC there. The 6
And the 6B, yeah, 6B beats so many of Faust's options that it's kind of unfortunate. You have to make yourself unpredictable for it and not really hamper your offensive.
The elbow of the king, mix is also one of those things that will probably get tagged by that 6B every single time if it's on time.
Oh, the 2P, 5P, 2P.
Oh, that's a problem though, because the Afro does make your 6P considerably weaker because it extends your hurt box. That's probably when you are not able to 6P a lot of Faust stuff. It's something very important to remember.
That's really respectable damage Faust. And look at that. You know, using the Afro to the advantage to go over and properly punish the fireball. And now JuxtAPoser
drilling over
taking
that
around.
stun dipper. Oh wow.
6H overhead into the jumping 2K, one of Faust's best normals. If not the best normal that he has. But once again, the 6B.
Honest frame traps and an honest 5 PP 6P, not defense, not
And
a lot
an
of
honest
reward.
bomb that SnailTiger was just barely able to block.
Oh! From what angle? I think maybe there was an option to crouch under that, but that was so hard to see. The camera was so zoomed upwards that SnailTiger.
What if that jump 2K crossed up?
What if? I mean, I wouldn't put it past Guilty Gear. This game has delivered some really weird hitbox interactions along the years that I am not surprised anymore. This time, no fish.
Oh, look at that 6H. Faust's hardbox is unfortunately so unfavorable that Kai's 6H ends up being even better a lot of the time.
Oh wow!
Unfortunately, missing the timing on the golf swing.
First you go fishing, then you go golfing. Sometimes you miss. Ooh, have to block the heavy. Yo, that was such a clean throw, locking themselves in the animation, so not having to care about the little guy.
In the TK RTL.
Very nice life lead here.
Kai is revving up.
Oh.
But unfortunately, the slow nature of that reversal super just means that, yeah, SnailTiger just had the chance to react.
I think JuxtAPoser was trying to go for the PRC before the super goes active, but I mean I think that does have some vulnerable frames in between in there.
Oh, look at those conversions off of the mini Faust pressure with the baghead explosion.
Ooh, catching airborne. That's a lot of damage. Drops the combo so that they can maintain the corner.
And now respecting the burst, but I think SnailTiger is just going to hold on to it here.
Yeah, probably.
Even if they lose, they still have a whole other round to use it. Oh, JuxtAPoser hurting themselves with the head.
Ooh, was that on time? That actually hits! That was so late, but
no!
Just before it OTGs.
Yeah, and ends up just killing outright. Really unfortunate for JuxtAPoser.
Alright, heading back into the fray. 1-1, yo, that
just a walk-up command grab.
Another one.
Another one.
Let's go.
Is this a Tony moment?
Good. Oh, so smart. Again, locks into the animation so that this Afro explosion doesn't, you know, amount to anything here.
Once again, the 6B just beating out. Oh.
Right, opting to with the burst. That's one option that you can do. Do not get pulled into it. Again,
the hammer bounce, unfortunately denying SnailTiger the approach.
That's why they say the hammer is the best item that Faust has. OTG, good eye for the kill.
I do think that naturally Faust will just go for the close slash OTG because that does give you the safe jump setup. So, you know, JuxtAPoser didn't even have to do anything differently. If SnailTiger happened to live, they'd be in the a proper, you know, knockdown situation from the safe jump.
Great reaction there from SnailTiger once again. The rerere, or whatever the fishing pole is called in this game. At that spacing, kind of reactable if you're really eagle-eyed. Oh, does he manage to? Yeah, drifts away from the bomb.
Yeah, just pushing the Faust in the air, just being like, let's go over there where the bomb isn't hurting me, and simple grab will take it.
Yeah, the grass is greener and the bombs don't explode on the other side of the river, or whatever. However, I don't know. Anyway, SnailTiger grabs another one in there.
What is that 6p hit? Oh, that's tragic. That's the Faust tragedies.
Yo! Oh my god!
2H going under?
And they, like, JuxtAPoser purposely dashed super deep so that they were in range to hit that too heavy.
Crawl is just so good. You know, Faust player that knows how to abuse their crawl and their really nice crouching normals to deal with certain approaches like these.
Speak of the devil, goes under heavy fireball.
And then using the 2Ps, the neutral button.
Yeah, granted.
Such a fast button, so much range, fast recovery. It's a very good button.
Amazing
Look
button.
at that from downtown. SnailTiger is able to get a good hit.
Just nullifying the setup.
And a 6p counter hit still.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I think that was some messed up hitbox shenanigans. JuxtAPoser wanted to punish the incoming Fooder arc, but very unfortunately, just I think it might have crossed up. Maybe it was just some weird hurtbox problems.
Oh, knocking them into the banana peel. The bomb back to retain some momentum and be safe against the heavy fireball. Trade, good for JuxtAPoser now in the corner. Here we go. Uh-oh. Opting to respect here. It's gonna be pretty decent damage. JuxtAPoser has 100 meter here. No kill available. Clean 6p. And now here comes the damage. But look at this, back to neutral. JuxtAPoser 100 meter. Yo, it's SnailTiger who has to respect.
Coming at you with the crow into the mix setup.
That's not a scenario you would often expect to find yourself in when you break the corner. That your opponent is the one, you know, pushing the advantage after the wall break with all that meter.
I mean, especially when you're not breaking the corner with a super, you're just going back to neutral. And sometimes people are scared after having the wall broken with them that they will be in a disadvantageous position, but you're just, again, back to zero. You can do stuff.
Oh wow, went for a pretty committal mix. They had 50 meter available there.
Unfortunately, he trades with the DP and doesn't get a full punish.
Look at this corner control from JuxtAPoser.
That is just what you need the most in this matchup, though. You can't let Kai be the one running and dictating the pace. You need to just be doing as much as you can to contest everything.
And another crawl under. I think
able to throw 3 whole items and the hammer bounce back.
Wait, that was so much. There was so much. There was the little guy. There was a hammer, I think, and also the horde coming.
The bomb, yeah, the bomb and the trumpet. I think it's just SnailTiger got greedy trying to get the trumpet and ended up getting hit by the incoming hammer. They might have not noticed.
That was a series of very difficult choices that the players had to make there. Wait, when Faust is wearing the afro, does their hurtbox also get extended?
It does. You know, it's still made to be kind of beneficial in the mirror, but it's good that they can just get rid of the afro with the head toss and make it bounce and better. Yeah, this is just going to kill and take the round cleanly for JuxtAPoser.
Oh wow, it was kind of looking like they were gonna run away, but they came back. The mind came there with Mix. There's a lot of junk in the way. Oh, manages to find the perfect angle though. Good, hard dash, very aggressive under the bomb back. Finds the frame trap. Uh-oh, but Faust, not a whole lot of firepower from those jabs. And the throw, find the round.
Yeah.
Dead even. 2 each.
Yeah, this is 2 each, going to the last round every time. This is just the definition of a well-matched game. Oh, I love that. The Crow going away from Kai just to grab the Horde and kind of keep pressure going. But now, unfortunately... Oh, SnailTiger goes beyond the Horn and doesn't actually grab it. This could have been really even worse for JuxtAPoser because it would make SnailTiger's pressure just that much better.
JuxtAPoser who gets the throw. I thought SnailTiger was going for that air throw.
Oh, they're both playing blue characters, blue colors. It's so difficult. Now look at that, the 6B once again being so good against Faust.
Oh, into the command grab. That's yes, spent the 50 meter, gets a kill. And once again, JuxtAPoser is in the driver's seat, but not by much. Snare
This is still anyone's set, and we're still fairly early on. I mean, I think now is the point where we can confidently say that we would start seeing adaptations come out.
And the thing is,
these players need to now start reacting to how each other has been dealing with the stuff they're doing.
yeah, we've seen so many matchup-specific interactions already. It just...
Oh, the punish on that burst? Unfortunately, not getting the fishing line off of the punish, but still.
Ooh, cool combo.
I don't know if that's something that can be continued. You know, you never know with Faust combos.
Right,
They're kind
right.
of all over the place.
Nice, avoiding the back, so no plus frames again. The
Also
dash.
get the 2H under the heavy fireball.
At this point, you gotta think as a SnailTiger, you've tried that heavy fireball like 3 or 4 times. I think most of those were dashed into 2 heavy by JuxtAPoser. But I mean, that kind of goes both ways. If you're full screen as JuxtAPoser, SnailTiger is also gonna 6B your fishing pole. Ooh, nice read there. Over the 2 heavy, giving SnailTiger a very nice position. And now 50 meter on board. Could be converted. Let's see what SnailTiger wants to do. RTL. I think this kills, right? It's really close. No, not quite.
The unfortunate scaling on all of that.
Here we go with the bait. I think JuxtAPoser went for that earlier. This time SnailTiger just opts to respect it instead.
Yeah, the 5K is a very safe option to just go for on the meaty.
It's pretty 5K, pretty fast on recovery, is it not? I don't know the exact frames, but
I've seen quite a few guys use it in situations like that to essentially do kind of a ghetto safe jump. You know, just go in, go for a meaty 5K, and then just hold back. And typically, if you time it right, it recovers fast enough to where people can't really contest it.
the big hard read on the burst for SnailTiger, but JuxtAPoser not phased. He's like, all right, buddy, you got my burst, but now get this. But the 5-frame startup, advancing slide, does
The
amazing
scum
work.
dipper.
Yeah. known by its best buddies. A beloved child has many names. Oh wow. Meeting SnailTiger in the air, above the banana peel. Avoiding the bombs. Whoa, that was so smart!
Oh,
That-
the 5D?
I think there might have been some sort of galaxy brain conversion into the bomb, maybe, but opting to be rather safe than sorry. This will take the round again, yeah. when there's a good Faust combo to be had, you know for sure JuxtAPoser will find the path. Ooh, still the little guy there from off screen coming to help out. Again, how? Wow, it's the accuracy with which JuxtAPoser is going for those dash 2 heavies against the heavy fireball. It's like 4 out of 4 now. It has to be a combination of just, you know, being in the mindset that if they throw the fireball here, I'm already dashing forward, and during the dash, I'm going to react.
Now being quite aggressive, so as to not get hit by the hammer that was coming down, manages to get past it. Yeah, opting to go for the burst that makes it safe to be in this whole position. We'll probably go back into the trumpet now and...
Ooh, almost sick!
Oh, that could have been such a sick combo, because, you know, that would do a lot of damage from just the inherent gut-scaling properties of how many hits kind of minions plus heavy fireball would do.
God, that was a series of really sick plays for SnailTiger there. Sort of, like, in the end, they didn't manage to clutch it out, but oh my goodness. Just using every moving piece on the screen to their advantage. Now Meteor's coming. Couple of stun edges, but, you know, they don't do too much damage. And Street Fighter, Third Strike is the name of the game. Quick confirm into the super, break the wall, find the hit! And that's a Kai round. The Kai can, under right circumstances, do some pretty decent damage as well. Especially in the corner. Or when 50 meter is available. Oh. 6 heavy. Just a straight hit. Oh wow, wait, what happened to the banana peel? Momentum burst, keep JuxtAPoser in the corner. Now SnailTiger looking to
just be on the driver's seat for this round and equal out the scores.
Again, the blue RC. Finds the 2 PP, 6P.
Yeah, that's just some of the best stuff that you can do with Faust. Faust punches, you know, they don't give you a lot of reward, but they control space really efficiently and can contest a lot of things due to, you know, Faust's inherent height. You can still get a surprising amount of things punished and, you know, just straight up stuff if you have the knowledge for it, since, you know, it's so unconventionally sized.
Wow, there's a lot of trades going on. Oh, the little guy was still active.
Oh, but SnailTiger is going a lot more on the offensive. Another 6B on the throw, but unfortunately gets hit by the horde.
The teleport! JuxtAPoser was able to actually snatch that horn with the teleport. That was brilliant, because I think...
On the unfortunate misinput on the command grab, but still gets it with a little bit of a Roman cancel into the 5D.
Scratching under. Wow, finding a whiff punish there.
Yeah, and SnailTiger not wanting to get grabbed by that fishing line, just opting to burst at full screen and not get hit by it. It does a really respectable amount of damage, and Faust can even get some rewards, some Oki going, set up items and stuff, so you want to just let the Faust player not get that if you can avoid it.
I trade with the up teleport. What's the response here? Ooh, counter it into a combo!
Ooh, jumping slash, and now the 5D hit. That was a stylish conversion. The super would have probably killed there, unfortunately for SnailTiger. Hopefully that doesn't end up costing them the round. Oh,
is JuxtAPoser actually gonna steal this back? Both
that
players?
would be some highway robbery. But no, the 6B is so strong, just stuffing Mix, stuffing 6H, gets so many buttons in this matchup. It's 6H / 5H Mix that I think get just demolished by most characters' 6Ps. It's an unfortunate situation if you're a Faust player.
Yeah, it's kind of like at neutral, most of your stuff minus 2 heavy will get baited. Speaking of baits!
Baited. Yes. That was so much damage.
Ooh, the timing has to RC, keep the corner, keep the pressure. Wow, I didn't see that one coming. And now the Afro is on.
And yeah, now there's a safe jump setup. Look at that, into another Afro.
Probably conscious of that burst in SnailTiger's pocket. And how is it going to be used?
SnailTiger is going to have to rip it if they don't want to lose. But
unless
if they can just 6P, it doesn't matter.
That's sort of playing the RPS there. JuxtAPoser didn't want to go in super hard because the burst was available. SnailTiger believing that, you know, JuxtAPoser wants to keep playing safe, so not firing the burst, so getting value out of that.
Yeah, once again, if you just burst, even if you hit, you're sending Faust full screen where they can set up items, they can start doing some setups on you. Once again, what a great grab to avoid the Afro explosion. But yeah, no, the Faust player can do a lot of stuff. Kind of keep you from kind of being in an advantageous position after you burst them away.
6P once again. Oh, there's a pickup! Right, because you're in the corner now, and 6Ps in that situation will give you some good stuff. Dashing forward. Here we go. Minus frames, backdashing out of it. SnailTiger does have a little bit of momentum here. 1 game lead, and this round.
This round could be over very fast. JuxtAPoser is at such a health deficit, but they're going to go for it with a command grab into the safe jump setup.
SnailTiger has been so good at blocking that instant overhead while the Afro is applied. Oh, another good read here. Has to spend the burst to stay alive. The bomb is in a precarious position, still explodes, makes SnailTiger take the damage.
And burst.
Oh,
and no, that's a dead JuxtAPoser. You know, SnailTiger was nowhere close to dying, and just a 6P on jump 2K. Just at the very correct spacing, just gets it.
And now it's do or die for JuxtAPoser. 3 in a row is what we need.
Yeah, SnailTiger got kind of ran away with a few games now, and JuxtAPoser just needs to unfortunately play from behind. Oh, but that just kills.
Oftentimes when JuxtAPoser is able to mount this position, opponent in the corner, they have been delivering so well. The bomb.
It's a strong position to be in, and you know, as much as Faust might not be considered that great of a character, his corner pressure is still quite good.
Yeah, it's very different from a lot of other characters. It's not pressure per se, it's just, you know, you kind of occupy that fictional area where your buttons might be coming out. It's like the good poker pressure, kind of like Sin in previous games. You're like, you just can't fire your buttons because the opponent is in, you know, maybe way more advantageous position. But speaking of advantageous positions, opting to activate.
Oh, Dragon Install to break the wall. Okay, this hype.
Chip potential maybe coming into play. The bomb back explosion kind of saving JuxtAPoser's ass here.
Look at the damage on that fireball. I think that might just be dead.
Yeah, eliminate Kai before they get to have any value out of that Dragon install.
Even then, you see the damage that just a light fireball did. You know, Faust isn't, you know, a super resilient character, but even still.
It is definitely crazy. It is sort of a, you know, choice that you make though. Either you take the big damage of RTL, or then you activate or break the wall with the Dragon install.
And I mean, I'm always up for just activating Dragon install.
For sure.
Dragon install's always more hype.
Right, finding the throw on landing. Getting as much corner carry as possible here, SnailTiger. Potentially one good hit away from entering the set point position. But not if JuxtAPoser. Oh, with the throw!
Oh, no.
Oh.
Does it kill?
It should be enough, right? That's
It
such a
should
little
be
bit
enough. I want to believe that it
There's no
kills,
way this
but I've
doesn't kill.
seen so many Faust clips.
There we go.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, no way in hell that doesn't kill. Otherwise, I'm done. Pretty decent trade here for JuxtAPoser. Manages to get more damage on the table with that
He
trade.
manages to pick up that elusive trumpet that was behind SnailTiger. That was such a good realization of where it was. Again, the awareness on these items.
That was really nice play from SnailTiger, but again, in the end, that Afro does explode eventually. Good catch on the backdash. Switch sides.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that mix is just going to be minus, especially when it's from so up close.
Oh no!
Oh.
He's not gonna be able to build the burst. That's enough.
That is just enough. And even if it wasn't, you know, JuxtAPoser could have RC'd after that hit to kind of follow through and get a little bit of a hit. And it would still be burst safe since there was still none from SnailTiger.
You know, we were saying that it's only 3 games, haha. But, you know, JuxtAPoser looking like they're doing it here. This is do or die for both players. Yo, what was that? That second, the hammer would have comboed as well. Man, that would have been swag.
Yeah, this is the beauty of seeing Faust play, is getting to witness these moments that, you know, sometimes the stars just align. You know, yeah, there's RNG. The meteors just fall on you.
I mean, that's a guard crash, and that's gonna do a lot of chip damage. I'm not sure if SnailTiger actually blocked that.
Yeah, they could have definitely the FD. They had a meter to do it.
And so it all changes.
All things considered, I don't think we've seen that many meteors over the course of this set so far. Okay, this little dude won't be attacking, unfortunately, but it could have just caused this super to not wall break if the super had hit just slightly later.
Oh wow!
Because Mini Faust, I don't think can break the wall.
Man, what an ending there! I wonder, was that what JuxtAPoser was going for, or if that was a misinput on the gold burst? But I mean, it didn't get punished, so
yeah. Sometimes you just gotta rip it, and like, who's gonna expect it? But still, what a set! The comeback story from JuxtAPoser beating out SnailTiger just, you know, down to the last second.
It was 4-6 for SnailTiger, but you know, this guy JuxtAPoser somehow able to turn the tides once again and showing that they're, yeah, I don't know. Is there a Faust player who gets to this level of play in Europe? I don't know. And I don't care, because what I have seen in the past 20 minutes has convinced me once again that JuxtAPoser is a gamer.
Yeah, definitely. Anyone who plays Faust and sticks with the character despite everything and makes it work that well is a trooper.
It's like the things you gotta do on Faust to get to that potential. Like, your character has a lot of potential, but man, is it difficult to draw it out. It requires some blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of presence of mind. And wow, the players who've done their job, done their homework, and got there, it is so beautiful to watch. Definitely one of the most entertaining characters to watch high level in this game. If I had to pick, yeah, it's
so much fun. I mean, you see so many wild situations that you don't get to see on anything else. You know, no other character kind of acts slightly the same way. So yeah, it's great stuff.
But yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for today. What a set of sets. Set it was once again.
It was really good. You know, thank you for everyone who came through and played. You guys make the show happen. It's always really entertaining to be able to be part of this, be able to commentate. Good stuff.
Yeah, the sick plays is what we live for, and you know, unless it's the players who've done their, who've put in the effort, put in the work, there's no good show without you. So big thanks, everyone.
We can only put on as much of a show as you give us. But yeah, all right.
So same thing next week, every Sunday, 5 p.m. CEST, same channel. If you want to sign up, you can join my Discord, for instance. The sign-up forms are gonna be posted in most European Strive relevant Discords, but if you don't know which one to join, you can join. Bottom right corner of the screen is the info, and it'll make it a little more easy for me to mass communicate with the players. That said, I did add, finally, I figured out how I want to do the random select sign-ups, so it is it is possible to now sign up for only random select matches in the sign-up sheets, but also both the normal character lock style of bounty hunters, as well as the random select at the same time. So we might have more of those sets in the future.
Yeah, I'm excited because that was really fun last week.
For now, we're signing out. I guess I'll send you to JuxtAPoser. They're streaming, right? Once again, why not?
Yeah, I mean, put on such a good show deserves to get all the viewers coming.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you again next week. Stay safe, everybody, and
be good, everyone.
Let's see what the winds of fate bring us. And we'll see how fast season 2 comes and stuff. But till then, let's play what we got at the moment. And till next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.